Come on!
Hey, Robin Blood,
Robin,
flipping
your
it.
microphone, bro.
What's happened?
Hey, your mic has some static. Your mic has some static. You need to re-up. I don't know what happened there. Maybe you're screaming too much. But anybody, the energy is good. The energy is good. Everybody, welcome back to Top 4 Podcast. We have another new season of fantastic football analysis for you right here on YouTube. So don't go anywhere. Like the video, subscribe. My name is Oscar. I am your host for this evening, and I'm joined by a very, very special panel. We have an Arsenal fan, generous Dave. What are you telling me?
Listen, guys, yeah. All or Nothing drops on the 4th of August.
Let's go.
Yeah? Let's go. And then we play the next day. Listen, we're prime. They've set us up to fail once again, bruv. Opening night, bruv. No, guys. This is a conspiracy, bruv.
I am ready to see it. Ladies and gentlemen, there will be Top 4 Podcast content for the All or Nothing. Don't you get it twisted. All right, let me go to the intros and I'm going to finish off these comments for it. I'm joined by a Liverpool fan, AD. Let's go. What are you telling me?
Yo, last season, it could have been beautiful, but it ended up being a beautiful failure. But this year, we go again. You will never walk alone indeed. But hey, you see the Arsenal thing though, yeah?
Yeah.
That's Arteta propaganda.
I can tell. It's coming.
I felt inspired, you know. I believed in him even more than I already did.
Adrian. You feel inspired? I don't know.
Arteta's the man.
Adrian, we're going to dine on this Arteta deluxe, yeah? This is going to be beautiful. All the Arsenal fans are going to be crying, but we're going to love it. And I'm joined by a Manchester United fan, Just Robinho. What are you telling me?
You know what, yeah? We're back too soon. I was enjoying my time off still. Well, back too soon. Oh, we go again.
we go again. You're wearing the shirt, so you're not supporting Inter this year. You're not supporting Atletico this year. You're supporting the Red Devils.
It is the battle of the bold in Manchester. There's only one bold fraud, and we have to find out who we see. But
ladies and gentlemen, Peter's on the way. He's joining us very, very soon. So stick around to see Peter later on. Obviously, he's going to come here with all of his gas talk and give it that before the season starts. But we're so glad to be back, and we're so glad to have you lot back. So big up C1. Man said absolute stinker from Robinho. Yeah, we know, man. The microphone issues, we're not going, but it's all good. Big up David. He says big up Top 4. Big up Lola. Hey, boys. What's going on? We're talking about the Lionesses soon. We're getting to the Lionesses. Don't you worry. That's how we're going to kick off the show. But big up C1. He says, Oscar, Cucurella fits in with the Chelsea culture. If we buy him, hopefully all the panel is well. Yeah, man. I mean, those two comments, I don't know what's going on there. But yes, I'm well. Hope you're well. And I hope we get Cucurella. Let's do this. Big up Boss Light Endo. He said, my brothers, welcome back. Nunez season, baby. You know, he said Nunez season now. Let's see how long that lasts. Let's see how long that lasts. This was the same man that was slandering Mo Salah. I will never, ever forget. But big up Boss Like Endo every single time. Baraka, my bro. What's up, man? Love always. And Assad as well in the building. Evening, man, them. Just want to say I can't be asked for Chelsea this season. Bro, I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. This season is going to be an absolute shambles. But I'm going to be here every week talking about it. So subscribe, like the bloody video. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there's only one way to start this video. It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. Football. Is no one gonna sing with me?
Nah, bruv.
No. It's 3 lines on the shirt.
It's coming.
It's coming. Football's coming.
No. David, you can't squash the energy. Listen, we got to big up the Lionesses. Brought it home.
Lola,
they did what they needed to do.
Hey, Lola, quick question. Where were the black women, bruv? Hey, nah, cuz.
Why are you starting on the negative? Why are you starting on the
negative? They came on the pitch.
We won. Yeah, no problem. Fam, where's the diversity, bro? Hey,
what do you mean? Where's the diversity?
Where's the diversity?
Is that your stance?
No, David,
stance,
you need to hold that guy. That kind of stance.
Is that why man's kicking off?
I'm ignoring it. I'm ignoring it. I'm
Yeah,
ignoring
man.
it.
I'm not selling
I'm
that.
ignoring it. Yeah, let's no sell it. Let's no
I'm
sell
not
it.
Anyway,
selling that,
listen. Anyway, I don't care, bro. I didn't watch the game. But I'm being honest, bro. I didn't watch
That's
the
fine.
game, bruv.
That's fine. That's fine that
bro.
you didn't watch the game. If you didn't watch it, you didn't watch it. But
I
the
didn't watch it,
negativity to say there's no black women, like there isn't Nikita Paris in the squad, like there isn't Jess Carter in the squad. I'm sure there's someone else.
Look at that face you just pulled. Anyway, listen. We finally won a tournament, bruv.
A lie?
Thank you, the ladies, bruv. You've shown the man them how to do the thing, cuz.
The women brought it home in style. In style. They went
If you
up
want
there.
something done right, get a woman to do it.
They're done. Yeah. They let me not be a hate. Let me not be on that hate.
No. And
Haters.
you know why you can't hate? Do you know why you can't hate? Because the women entered this tournament, yeah. They
Favourites.
thrashed teams. Yeah. They thrashed teams. They went into the knockout stages. They had difficult games, and they got over the line. And not only did they win, they won playing well.
No,
Like,
that's what I'm saying. They went in as
actually played
favourites,
well,
and they didn't crumble. And they didn't crumble like the men do, bro.
Being an England fan, watching the men's team my entire life, I've never seen England play well. Like England have not played well. Scoring bro. That goal that Stanway scored, that lob was insane.
Actually, no lies though. Yeah, we have been to the finals before, but we always crumbled. I think this year, they got it correct. I think they've seen it all the way through. The women's team hasn't been bad. It's just when we come out with the big dons, we always crumbled 6-2s and that.
But the thing is, for me, it's poetic. It's poetic because obviously last year Wembley, Robin, I'll let you go in a sec. Don't worry. Last year Wembley, the men held the final at home and they could not get the job done. Yeah, they could not. The women, they went 1-0 up. It was looking hairy. It was looking scary when they equalised. But extra time got the job done. Lola says, Dave, I can have two thoughts. Diversity is needed, but I love most of the girls. Robin, what are you saying? But
I actually lost my trail of thought, really. I was going to say, That's it. I also question that the England manager, and we asked it like earlier last season, that do they have to be English? The current England's women's manager is Dutch, and she has dominated the Euros not only once, twice in a row. So could it just be a thing? Yeah.
And the World Cup.
Could it be a thing of just actually having a coach that would be able to work for the national team on both fronts, not just the women's? I'm just saying, because the previous coaches weren't it for the women's team, but she's come in and done her thing. So
I think my response to that is I agree. I think first of all, I think in national sports, you should, if you're a coach or a manager, you should be from that country too. I don't really understand that law that you can do whatever. But as Lola's about to say, an English coach will never, England will never win with an English coach. I mean, there's no English manager that's won the Premier League. That should just tell you everything you need to know. If you're an elite level team, you're not looking at English managers. So why would a nation that wants to be elite be hiring an English manager? It doesn't make sense. However, the fact that they're foreign doesn't correlate.
No, but the thing is,
England have had foreign managers and not won nothing. So the idea is to get a world-class manager.
No, but England women have hired a coach who's done it at international level, bruv.
Yeah.
All the coaches we've had, Capello, club. Even how many league titles has he won? He wasn't really.
I don't know Capello's legacy. I can't
lie. Capello. Who was the other one? Hudson. Who was the other one before Sven and all that?
Sven and Capello are the only foreigners that have managed England.
Oh, yeah, we had McLaren. Even I forgot.
McLaren's English.
McLaren went out my head. Yo, that's how bad it was. Bro.
Yeah, McLaren, Hodgson, and them, man, they fell, but they're English.
And Allardyce, bro.
But let's not start a conversation about the women and bring it to the men. Because the women did their thing. Shout out to David. He says they only conceded 2 goals. Endo saying England need a German. Baraka's now saying, I don't think there was a player on the women's team that announced an England rep on Nigeria independence, unlike some star boys that shall not be named. How can you go out Bukayo Saka like that? How can you go at Bukayo Saka like that? That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy.
But
that's because they didn't have no Nigerians in the teams. There was no Nigerian women.
Wait. Where's Paris from? Just a quick question.
I don't know where Nikita Paris is from. I would assume. I don't know. I don't want to assume. Lola O says Leah Williamson, my captain, club and country. Yeah, man. Shout out. Shout out to the Arsenal
the goals.
ladies.
I will say but golden tournament was on the final. Ella, two-day. Tripped that keeper like it was nothing. It was sublime
who
stuff.
did they play for?
United.
So what? United got Russo and so what? United finally made a women's team, and now you got good players, yeah. Okay, all right. Shout out Millie Bright. Shout out flipping Frank Kirby, obviously styling out for AD. Any Liverpool players in the team?
Oh man, you're showing off my knowledge. No, we got one though. No, we got one. I think our captain played for English though.
Are you in the WSL this year? Like, I know you were in the Division 2. I don't know if you got promoted.
Yeah. I think we won Division 2 now.
Oh, okay. Welcome to the big league.
What's that kid that said? I know we want to do this equality thing, but let's be real. Has it really come home? Please don't cancel me. Yes, the women's Euros came home. What do you want? Like, what do you want?
I can't like what I want. What I want is a bank holiday, for goodness sake. That's what I want.
That's the real tea. That's the real tea. Because we know for a fact if England beat Italy last year, I would not have gone to work today. Let's just say
the whole weekend, lad.
Let's just say I would not have gone to work today.
The whole week is a bank holiday. There's no.
Endo says AD looks like he left his soul left his body. Smile, man.
Bro, 2 months ago, I lost the league and the Champions League in a week.
It's mad.
You're with the smile. But
it's a bit warm, bruv. The heat wave has ducked man.
Don't worry, we're coming on to your Liverpool boys soon. Don't you worry, we'll get there. Lola says Beth Mead, player of the competition, top scorer of the competition, top assist. Chat to her, nice.
Listen, let me not lie, guys. I'm not the most knowledgeable on the women's game. So yeah, if you don't see me chatting,
you need to start watching, my guy.
Let's have a real frank conversation. Yeah, can we be real, guys?
Yeah, go on.
Can we be real? Okay, next season we've got Premier League games, we've got WSL games. A lot of the Arsenal games, for example, taking place at the Emirates. There's an initiative at Chelsea also to get more games into Stamford Bridge.
Same at Old Trafford.
I'm sure it's going on around the country, especially now with the success of this Euros. This is the highest attended women's game in the UK ever. The most watched, 17 million people tuned in to watch this final live on the BBC. So that's insane. Could you honestly see yourself going to a WSL game next season?
Yeah, no problems. Yeah, no problems. The only thing will stop me will work. That's the only thing. The only thing that'll stop me is work. But yeah, that's it. But I have no problem. The women do their thing. The women do their thing.
AD, does it interest you?
Yeah, a cheeky ballroom woods. Why not?
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. I mean, last season.
But then it depends on what days. What days they play their games, though.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I think
it's probably weekends like they'll have an early game on Sundays.
Yeah, it's like early.
It's like Sunday, I know they have a lot of Sunday games. The ones that are on BT Sport. I'm not sure about Saturdays. I think it's mainly Sunday. Lola, I don't know if you're aware. You let us know. But what I will say is, last season I went to a pre-season friendly, which was Arsenal versus Chelsea, and it was the ladies first, and then they switched over and they had the men's game after. And I can't lie, the atmosphere at a ladies football game is way better than the men's. Like they're actually there to cheer on the team. Like it's not vile. Do you know what I mean? It's not vicious. It's a nice atmosphere. Personally, I think I might make a trip. But when it comes to Chelsea, they've got on, DAZN. DAZN's YouTube channel has a all or nothing, basically. It's not called All or Nothing, but it's like a behind the scenes interview documentary about the Chelsea women's team and Emma Hayes' journey when they lost the league and then they won it back the next year after signing Sam Kerr. So yeah, I've been watching now. I'm like 4 episodes in, and it's just sick. It's basically All or Nothing, but Chelsea women's. So yeah, if you want to get into that, some of the Chelsea fans can watch that, or if you're just generally a football fan, that's free on YouTube. go grab that, go find that. But yeah, exciting times for women's football, man. Hopefully it means something big.
Right.
Boss Endo says, one thing I'm excited for this season is the top 4 watch along. The next one is in 2 weeks. Liverpool, Palace at Anfield. I want to see more Davidson heartbreak. What's Davidson got to do with Liverpool versus Palace?
No, it's when Arsenal play, bruv. That's we get. I get what he's saying, bruv.
Fair enough. Lola says it's weekends like the men. Okay, fair enough. So yeah, just look
some
out
of
for your
them,
team.
some of them like West Ham. They had the women's game on some dodgy day. I'm like, who's gonna watch that, bruv?
Yeah, but like the men's games are on dodgy days. Yeah, I mean we're having game. Look, the first game of the season's on
No,
Friday night.
Like it was a weird. Yeah, it was just like a weird. I can't remember what time it was. Yeah, it was like, huh?
David has asked a quick question. Is there FPL this season? Yes, of course there's FPL.
Yes.
There's FPL every year.
Yes,
every
man.
year. If you were in the league last year, then once you make your team, you'll be resubmitted into the league this year. But the link is in the description below for everybody who's new. We've got a link there. You can join our fantasy team. Easy, quick and easy. Last season, I can't lie, I fell off the wagon. You know what I mean? COVID. It was COVID, man. When COVID came in and then games started getting cancelled and players were missing because of isolation.
Yeah.
I fell off the
Oscar,
wagon.
it was criminal, man. Arsenal had one COVID case and called off the North London derby.
It's a disgrace.
No, and I told you that cost.
I don't want to say Peter's word until he's here.
That cost us top 4, bro.
Yeah, in the end, that's what cost you top 4. And the fact that Arteta decided to cut the squad
was losing 3-0 at bloody North London Stadium.
Yeah, that's the game they moved.
That's the game they moved.
Yeah, I get what you mean. But you should. You moved it to a time where you were on a good run. You were on a winning streak into that game. I swear.
Yeah, we were, and we were in the dump. Tottenham were in the dump.
Last thing on the women's final. Lola says also Endo, from when the last time England saw a trophy, Pablo Picasso was still alive. Yes, it came home. In terms of the celebrations and that, bro, these lot were in Trafalgar Square this morning. I don't know if you lot saw this on the news or whatever, but they were hammered, like
off their nuts.
As in, not even hammered, hanging. Like they were. Everyone had sunglasses on. They couldn't see straight. They couldn't talk straight. Voice is gone. Everything. So big up the ladies for winning.
I see man by the 4th plinth sleeping. Yeah, it was mad.
Actually speaking, doing their thing, but I think we have an early contender for the most iconic celebration of the year with was it Kelly that took off her shirt and she was waving it around.
I generally thought 1 minute we're gonna see something that was gonna be a bit mad when that goal went in. For a second, I was worried. I can't.
I was gonna get to TV14 real quick.
TV14. 17 million watching at home. Do you know what I mean? That's not what they came to see. There was another game in which a player scored a last-minute goal and was taking off his shirt and celebrating in ecstasy. This weekend was obviously the Community Shield. Liverpool 3, Manchester City 1. Adrian, talk to me. Your boys, they got revenge, no? Revenge.
I wouldn't go that far for the curtain raiser, but yeah, man. I think it's good seeing Darwin Nunez score. For me, that's the type of goal I want to see him scoring as well. I want to see scrappy goals. I want to see centre forward goals, because for me, like if he gets the ball, he beats 4 man, he whips into the top bins. That's unsustainable. That's not, in my opinion, that's not what we signed him for. Oh, what? Can you hear gospel music?
I can hear music in the background. I don't know who it is.
I'm hearing the Lord's Prayer.
Hey, that's Mike. Hey, Michael, but I need to cut that out, blood.
I know Nunez scored and that, but I didn't know it was that great a moment.
I could hear music. I didn't know what genre it was. It was gospel. What was that? Kirk Franklin or what?
And he's still playing it. Hey, put in your headphones, fam. This guy, blood. It needs a pattern.
All right, so
Lola says round 1 to Nunez. Door got handled.
Hey, Mr. Haaland, you can't be missing sitters from 1 yard out. 1 yard out, and then you're just blazing over the bar. What's going on here?
I don't know, man. I don't think much is going on there. I think he missed an easy chance, but there'll be many more easy chances.
I like
easy.
If anything, that's scary.
Yeah, do you know what scared me? Do you know what scared me? It's the laugh afterwards. He laughed. He laughed.
Aye, this season's going to be funny because we've already had howlers from both of them in pre-season. So it's going to be of who's going to be the better striker and more importantly, who's going to bring the trophy this season. So
to be honest,
I'm looking forward to it.
I think it's going to be a great battle. I don't think the rival fans are going to have much to laugh about. Me being a rival fan, I don't think. Yeah, like I think we can sit here and make jokes about Nunez, but I think Nunez will score 15 plus. And if I'm being honest, if I'm doing predictions right now, I think Haaland is going to be in the 20 plus region. 25, so I think it will be a battle of who's the best rather than who's the worst. Do you know what I mean? Because right now people are trying to do the comp thing and laughing at them. But the fact that they're calling Nunez Central C is hilarious to me. I think that's so funny because he genuinely looks like Central C when he has like a hat and stuff. Yeah, man. So, Adrian, are you encouraged by that performance? Does that make you feel any different about how you felt going into the season? In your intro, you didn't seem too excited for the season. So, how are you feeling?
I think that's only that. I think that's only because we had such a great opportunity to do something never been done before, and unfortunately, I don't see that coming around again. But no, in terms of the way the game planned out. I mean, yeah, I think Liverpool are a world-class team, and on our day we can beat and we can dismantle anyone. So it wasn't that big of a deal, And I feel like a bit of a broken record because when I say like Thiago's this, Thiago's that, he's a world-class player. He ran the show on Saturday night, but the fact of the matter is the guy don't play 30 games a season. So if he's not playing 30 games a season, we need quality to sort of come in and step up to the fore and ultimately do the thing. Now, who's that going to be? Is it going to be Naby Keita? Or one of the young boys going to step up? It's exciting. Obviously, Curtis Jones, I'm expecting big things. I'm hoping for big things from him. I'm expecting big things from Harvey Elliott as well. And then Fabio Carvalho, he's a bit of a wild card. Like, he played, so it's clear that he's on Klopp's radar. So and he tore up the championship last season as well. He's a bad boy. So look, I think because it's crazy because two years ago it's unthinkable to say there's going to be no Sadio Mane, there's going to be no Roberto Firmino in the Liverpool starting lineup, and yet still Liverpool are going to somehow put out a front line. Yet still here we are. So I think Luis Diaz last season it was a bit. I saw it as like a Luis Suarez first half season because I don't know if you might remember when Luis Suarez came, it was like, holy smokes, who the hell is this guy? It was like a tornado of flair, of skill, of innovation. We've never seen anything like it. But then we look at his stats. I think he got like 4 goals in 12 games. And I think similarly, Diaz had a similar sort of return. So for me, I'm expecting a good preseason under Klopp. I think he's going to be firing, and I think we've got a really, really good player on our hands as well. Darwin again, like his physical attributes are insane. He's gonna be a thorn in the side of defenders all season. So yeah, it's exciting. Like it's different for Liverpool now. We've somehow quietly, as I said, revamped our team, and go again and let's see if we can grab a league title because I think that's the main thing that I think every Liverpool fan wants this season.
I mean, speaking of Liverpool fans, Endo's in the comments. He says, Erling Werner, I told man he'll struggle this season. It's still early, but we shall see. Nunez is still average, though. Don't get it twisted. He also says Diaz needs to fix up because he's moving like the Colombian Cho. No end product whatsoever. Do you agree, Adrian? That sounds like a bit, I don't know.
You know what? To a degree, I hear what you're saying because I feel like there's times, and for me, like you know me, I love my dribblers, I love my jugadors. I'll back Maximan, I'll back Adama Traore, I'm gonna back Luis Diaz as well. But I think with players like that,
Adama Traore.
No, but he's my guy. I believe in him.
I know that's your guy, but you're talking about jugadors, and you said Adama Traore.
Brother, listen. For me, if a man can pick the ball up from the edge of his own box and end up at the other end and create a chance.
Okay, yeah.
No, but I feel like with players like that, I feel like when you when you do so much to get into the final third, when you're beating 2-3 men, and then you get to, by the time you get to the keeper, I just think he's genuinely shattered. So I think hopefully a bit of conditioning, a bit of coaching, you should get a bit more end products. But yeah, I think that's a fair shout, like, because I think at some point we're going to get to like November, and if Diaz has only got 2 goals and he's missing Hela, we're going to be like, hang on a minute, you're a £50 million winger. We need some end products, my bro. So yeah, I think with Diaz, we do need to. I think he does need to start putting together some end products. But he's got the ability, and he's got the ability to do so. Like he was tearing it up in Portugal. Let's not forget. So we'll see.
I want to ask a question to the rivals. David, when you look at Liverpool, if your team is to face Liverpool next week, who are you most afraid of in that team? Because now they've got a lot of players. Like they've got a lot of attackers. You've got Diaz, who's a new entity in the league. So too is Darwin Nunez. Obviously, Jota, we know, is the bagsman if he wants to be there. Salah is still Salah. Trent is still Trent. About him. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, who do you fear when it comes to this Liverpool team?
All of a sudden,
that's the whole point of having a squad, bruv. You can play any 3, even though they lost Mane. You got Jota, Diaz, Salah. Now you add the physical gap. Then what's his name? Nunez. It's a problem, bruv. So you just add another chink to the armor, so they can't play you one way. You can't defend one way. You gotta think about this now. So
it's mad.
Robin,
same question to you. Like when you're facing Liverpool this season, who do you say you're most afraid of?
If Thiago's fit, then it's Thiago. But other than that, I think Liverpool's issues is midfield again this year, because they've done their front three. Their front three are pretty much, they've got their strikers and they got their substitutes there. Same with the back. But if they lose that creative middle part, I feel like it's gonna be their biggest weakness, and I feel they will lose the midfield battle compared to other people. So
I hear you. For me, it's Darwin Nunez. Like when we had that League Cup final, he gave Chalobah the business, man. All game he was causing stress. Yeah. So I still look at him as someone that's a tricky winger, like you were saying, Adrian. About
you mean Diaz? Sorry. Yeah.
What I say? I was like Nunez. You said Nunez. Nunez ain't been
it. My bad. Yeah, no, I meant to see Luis Diaz, because he was giving us the business in that Carabao Cup. So he's the one that I fear. Like Adrian was saying about the jugadores. Like it's him, man. I'm not too like, I don't fear Darwin Nunez. I feel like he'll bag goals because he'll just be around. But I feel like you could put a stop to him.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't fear him. The reason I don't fear him is because I haven't seen him enough in Portugal. All I just saw was the stats. Whereas Erling Haaland, I have seen, and I know what this guy can do. And who when he wants to like fire the trigger, he's going to smack it in top bins. So it is going to be a very, very interesting to see if Liverpool has enough strike power to replace Mane, which is a huge loss, and Alzu being the Bundesliga, but more than just to score as much as City will do. It's going to be interesting to see.
Okay. Let me get to some comments. Baraka says Haaland will cook. I agree, bro. I agree. Assad says, Setman thinking they can do dirt with Curtis Jones, Henderson, and Milner as midfield alternatives. Hey, that's a hell of a lot of laughing emojis.
No, he's got a very, very fair point, to be honest. I'll be real. We'll still finish above whoever he supports, but it's a good observation.
He's a Chelsea fan, you know. What?
Huh? But you've got a broken down, decrepit Kante. You've got a Kovacic who's hasn't played a final third pass since 2014. You've got Mason Mount that just runs all over the gaff. You've got Jorginho that can't run. I mean, let's not talk about midfields, please. I beg. And then you wonder why you play 5 at the back and you can't create chances. You wonder why. And you've got the unmitigated gall and the temerity. But let's not talk.
Hey, Adrian's back.
This is not even the Chelsea segment, bro. What the hell?
It's a great link into the Chelsea segment. I think we should.
Okay. we still got a few comments, and we haven't really gone into City yet. So we'll get there, though. We'll get there. I'll respond back to everything you've just said, Adrian. Endo said Oscar skin glistening. Got the man. The man are not looking ashy. It's just Ernest. Big up to Ernest. Obviously, he lined me up real nice, so the skin's doing his thing. David said there are 5 or 6 games in a month or 2. I guess they're cramming the games in before the World Cup, innit? Lola says the usual ones to look out for Liverpool: Salah, Thiago, Trent. I'm not sold on Diaz or Nunez, but it's quality, so we'll see. Facts. Big up Mirad. I don't think I've ever seen this person comment before, but big up you. Judging by performances and stats, Nunez doesn't seem like a clinical threat. A shrieker that probably needs 3 to 5 big chances to get a goal. A striker that can easily be dealt with. Wow. The absence of Mane is definitely going to be felt this year. I agree. I agree.
Can we park on a Sadio Mane thing?
Yeah, let's run that.
In my honest opinion, that was a guy that was in decline right before our very eyes. If we talk about prime Sadio Mane, that 2018-19 season, we're never seeing that guy again.
Yeah.
This is a guy who he's completely lost his ability to beat a man 1v1. He just couldn't do it anymore. It was either I don't know if it was a mental block, if it was a physical block, he couldn't do it anymore. And then when we started playing him up front, it wasn't Jurgen Klopp has had this magical brainwave and it's an inspired masterclass of management. It's now you know what, Sadio Mane he ain't jogging like he used to. Diaz at this moment is doing it better than him, but he's a decent enough finisher. I play him central. So don't get me wrong. It's not a terminal decline because I think he's going to rip it up in the Bundesliga and he's still a top player. But he's chopping it up in that league. But for me personally, like, and it hurt me. Seeing Sadio Mane go hurt me. But when I think about it, all in, I don't think it's as big a loss as what people are saying. Personally, in my opinion.
The thing about Mane that I find interesting is that obviously he had the horrible season. 1920 was it 1920 or the year after that was just a bad season for him?
I think it was 2021. It was 2021.
Yeah, he had like that John Cena meltdown where he was just like, "Oh, it's the worst year of my life,
brother."
I need to get my win.
His hairline was further.
Do you remember? Mane was in the dumps, yeah, he pulled himself back. So I agree with you about.
He looks like he wasn't bathing.
I agree with you about the decline thing, but I felt like he was clawing himself back to a respectable player. And I think last season he was very good for Liverpool. Very good. Big up Murad. He says Chelsea post Roman Empire equals Europa League merchants. Let's wait and see on that one. Let's wait and see. I'm not super optimistic about Chelsea yet, but let Tuchel cook in it, I suppose. Let's let him cook because the window is not even done yet. Let's see what we do. He says, yes, boys. Looking for some more football content this season, and a number of people have recommended. Wow. Thank you to everyone that's recommended. Bro, welcome. We are live every Monday, 8 p.m. Obviously, we read out your comments so you guys get involved and say what you have to say. And then throughout the week, we release content that's not live. So like recorded content on the channel that's going to be coming up. We're going to do so much more of that this year. So if you thought you had Top 4 podcast last year, we're adding more. We're giving you more of that. So look out for Top 4 podcast, extra time.
You're done, no?
You might as well call it Top 8 podcast now. Everything's been doubled. and certain man's teams in there might actually finish in the top 8 as well. But
yeah, it's been a while since certain man has seen it. But okay, yeah, a team that always seems top 4. Manchester City, they won the league. They signed Darwin Nunez. They signed Calvin Phillips. They
signed who?
They signed who? They signed who?
Hey guys, I'm having a stinker today. Allow me. They signed Erling Haaland. They signed Calvin Phillips. Who else did they sign? Anyone else? Alvarez. Who bagged on the weekend. Yeah,
he did. I don't talk about City, but I just want to go on a bit of a side note here because it seems like this year's transfer window is all about stealing other people's transfer plans.
Fine.
Because, fam, I'm seeing now Corella's now trying to go Chelsea, and I'm just like, what happened here?
To be fair, Chelsea were always interested in Cucurella. Like during the season, it was always a rumor that like Chelsea are looking at him, blah 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 blah. And also he's a Premier League player, so I don't really see it as like you're stealing because it's like everybody knows who's in the Premier League.
But all signs were pointing towards City.
Yeah,
all signs were pointing towards City though.
Yeah, but
so I was just like, yeah.
But it's not stealing if he like City didn't make the bid. Like sorry, City.
No, but I'm talking about the hijacking. So it's like hijacking the deal.
I mean, hijacking.
No, I'm not even saying it's Chelsea in general, fam.
You're right.
This whole transfer window.
No, it's Barcelona.
He's got one player going somewhere.
It's Jack move. It's
Barcelona.
Hey, who done it? We done it. We've done it twice. Barcelona have done it countless times.
Who have you done it with?
Martinez.
We stole Martinez and we stole the younger Tyrell Malacia. We stole him from Olympique Lyon.
From who? Come on,
Leon.
Leon.
Yeah.
If you don't stop right now, if you don't stop.
I told you. What do you mean don't stop right now?
Stop right now.
I'm saying. Well, you shouldn't be talking because how many times has Barcelona stole how many euros now?
They have. No, they have.
I'm saying exactly.
But these are.
I'm not including this in the Premier League. I'm not talking just Premier League. I'm talking in general. There are people going everywhere.
These are two big teams that are jostling for a player. And
listen.
If Manchester United come in for a player, he's not going Lyon.
I have a question, Mandem. I have a question.
Go for it, bro.
Yeah.
This Lewandowski transfer, I need answers. I need questions.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw the fee, when I saw the fee he went for, where are Barcelona getting this money from?
I've been asking this for the last 2 months. Where are Barcelona getting?
Barcelona are criminals. Let's keep it a buck. Like let's call it a spade a spade. This organization is fraudulent. There's meetings under the table. There's money being passed around. We don't know where the money's come from. They have no money yet. They have money.
I need an audit on Barcelona.
They can't register players yet. They're signing players. They're signing contracts and bonuses of new signings, yet their current employees are not being paid. They have a winger who they let his contract run out. They then signed him back again after his contract ran out. Do you know Ousmane Dembele had to complete a medical to come back to the club he's already at?
I'm surprised he passed it, to be fair.
Look,
that club.
Rafinha 50 mil. Who else? Name. I need to know. Bob, we need to list. This is
Andreas Christensen on the free. Ousmane Dembele on a free. These are free, but these are big wages. Yeah?
Kessié on the free as well.
Frank Kessié, bro. Robert Lewandowski.
They've got quite a good.
They're trying to sign Bernardo Silva as well,
guys.
But they
can't.
Not stopping because they're not stopping. But the only reason stopping Bernardo Silva is because they're trying to sell the player that they own 17 million to. But they've seen the people that they owe the money to spend over 100 mil. What is going on here?
Lola says Barcelona are selling their future for the now. Baraka says, I don't know what we did to Barcelona, but no matter who we are linked with, Barcelona all of a sudden appear interested in the player. Mm-hmm. And you know, Robin, you're talking about Cucurella. They're pulling up links now of Cucurella saying, my dream has been to play for Barcelona all my life. Yeah,
to be fair, I saw he played for Barcelona before.
He was part of the Master, and he said after that his dream is to come back. Lola said, plus Spain need for Barca to be a club, so it will help La Liga. I bet Madrid are even helping. Here's what it is about Barcelona that I'm so conflicted with. Off the pitch, they are crumbling, but on the pitch, they are building a serious team.
A very serious team.
Serious team. When I look at that Barcelona squad, I'm like, I need to get me La Liga TV. I need to see what Xavi's cooking over there because I want some of that.
And they've got some really good youngsters as well. When you look at obviously Pedri, Gavi, Ansu Fati, Ferran Torres is only 22 years old.
Guys, Xavi's gonna cook this year. Xavi is going to cook. And if he doesn't,
Eric Garcia still sucks though. He's just young.
That's fine. We got Andreas Christensen.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, the AC Penitentiary has moved to La Liga. Come on, man. Murad said Barcelona are severely funded by the ghost of the Spanish Armada. They need to exist competitively so that the league can be a revenue.
I agree.
100%. Barcelona are trying to cut the promised wages to their players whilst trying to sign new players to ungodly wages. This is criminal, says
Bro. Do you remember when they made Umtiti warm up in front of the crowd so they could boo him because he didn't take a pay cut? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Barcelona
I remember that.
criminal. It's criminal what they're doing.
Man, am I sponsored by Spotify? Hey, you Daniel Ek here. You can also naff off, blood.
I'm unsubscribing. I'm giving a solitary penny to that organization.
Hey, guys, Beyonce just dropped. Let's just keep that money there, innit? Let's keep that money there.
What? She's using Tien Wen samples.
I swear. Is it actually called? Is it
Excuse
actually called the Spotify new cap?
I don't think so. I haven't heard an official announcement for that. Wait, excuse me. What is this?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is it official?
Spotify new cap.
Yeah.
No, man. I don't know nothing about that. But apparently that's a thing. Okay, cool. Murad says Barcelona are mortgaging all of their properties, houses, and train stations just to have another roll of the dice to land on me. There's one more day in paradise. They're moving like Ric Flair. They just need to get that last little bit. I need that last bit of juice.
I'm glad you didn't die, though.
Hey, come on, bro.
I thought Ric Flair was gonna have a heart attack in the ring.
Yeah, man. I think everybody did.
Woo!
Baraka said Xavi's going to cook for years to come if this window plays out. Look, they're playing the best football in the world next season. They will. Their squad is full of jugadores.
Until the audit man comes. But we digress.
Quick question on Manchester City. I know nobody really wants to talk about them for long because it's City. Do we think they are going to? Are we all in agreement that they're going to win the league? Do we all think that?
Hey, this season's looking a bit sticky, boy.
I don't know. This season's weird.
No, it's not. There's nothing weird about it. This is the most foregone conclusion of the Premier League in the history of the league. I've never been more certain of a team winning the league than this year.
If Ake and John Stones have to play 20+ games, they're not winning the league, bro.
Why would they have to play? First of all, they've won the league with John Stones playing 20+ games before anyway. That's first thing. Second of all, Nathan Ake Pep was ready to get this guy out. Pep was ready to ship him. He's playing reserve football. He's playing League Cup only. Don't be concerned with Nathan Ake. And bear in mind, we have 5 subs. So Nathan Ake will come on for 3 minutes at the end of a game against Nottingham Forest. That will be his appearances. Come on, man. Come on. Baraka said, do Barcelona have the facilities to renovate the Spotify new camp? Bro, they kind of do need a renovation. I can't lie. Internally, it's a bit...
No, they're building a stadium. They're building a brand new stadium on top of it. Have you not seen it? They're going to put a whole roof and all that stuff all over it.
These brothers...
No, but Oscar, where is the money? Where is the money?
We can't go back into Barcelona. Enough Barcelona. But you're right, Robin. That's a very serious question. We'll be answering it all season, so stay tuned. Endo says, do you man know a channel called Big Six Bants? Very good channel. I recommend it to all of you. They kept me occupied whilst you man took a break. We do know Big Six. Well, I know Big Six Bants. I don't know about these man. But Tottenham Tobes from Big Six Bants he's been on this channel before.
Yeah, he's been on this channel before.
Love to Tobes and the mandem.
I like the Mancunian lad as well. Is it
Steve?
Steve, Steve. Big Steve as
obviously,
well.
Obviously, Saeed is a legend, and Matisse as well as big up them, man. They do their thing, man. I like it. Lola says it looks tight. I don't know for City's defense with no proper winger. I think it'll be close. Look, I think
it's not as foregone as I was foregone conclusion last year. I'm not as foregone this year.
What's changed?
Bro, you've lost Sterling, you've lost Zinchenko, who's capable backup. No, he's a capable backup. Let's not lie, bro.
No, he's alright. But I wouldn't say he's like a title swinging.
When you start having to now move,
it might be. Yeah, you're right.
When you have to start moving your centre back to left back, it's a problem.
Yeah,
you know you have a problem.
Yeah, it's
so, bro.
Endo said, "Nah, Oscar, I'm talking about Mont's channel, bro. Sorry, I got them confused. So
I think about the Big Six.
There's the Big Six show, the Big Six. And then I know Mont's has a channel, and on his channel is called Big Six Bants. But yeah, I just instantly went to the other one. My bad. Yeah. But yeah, I've been on a stream with Mont's before. Very, very cool guy, Liverpool fan. But yeah, maybe I might holler at him and get him on the show. He's a very cool guy.
You got Paul like that, yeah?
No, I know we follow each other, innit?
Say none.
Relax, man. KJ said they don't owe De Jong that money if they sell him. Busquets and Alaba are the highest paid at the club. They have 2 years left on their deals. However, they have no resale value, unlike De Jong. Fair enough, man. So they're trying to force him out because they can't really force out the others. That makes sense. Where should we go next? I think there's another club in Manchester that we should be discussing because speaking of De Jong, he was linked to this club all summer and he's probably still going to be linked until the window closes.
And he still hasn't arrived.
Robin, how are you feeling about your transfer window? A couple incomings, not so many outgoings, but how are you feeling?
I'm gonna think. I looked at it. The signings that we got were good signings, so I'm not complaining. The issue we've had right now is because I don't know who planned our pre-season. The fact that we've been in Thailand, then went to Australia, and then we had to fly to Oslo, and then the next day we had another one back at Old Trafford. So I don't know who planned our pre-season, but we've not had our quote-unquote best 11 or the team that we'd like to see as United fans play once all pre-season, which is kind of concerning, being the first game of ours is on Sunday against Brighton. But it's refreshing to see like a coach that has tactics and that can actually coach. Like the pre-season has actually been quite good for us, and it's been surprising. Obviously, pre-season is pre-season, never translates to what happens in the league, so we've got to wait and see. But no, what I've saw so far, good signs. I'm not upset or disappointed. I'm more annoyed with the whole De Jong saga, really. So, like, the bid's there, it's on the table. Barcelona accepts it, but the player just wants his money. And again, we don't want to talk about Barcelona, but the man is owned 17 million, and if I'm him, I'll do exactly what I'm doing now. Pay me, then I'll leave. But yeah, the whole midfield situation still needs addressing. We don't know if Lissandro is going to play the DM side. Yeah,
your midfield is atrocious.
I know it is atrocious. It's shocking.
Like your midfield is arguably the worst midfield in the top 10. Lola says United's midfield is a joke. It's actually deplorable. It's deplorable. However, if I was a United fan, I would be mildly optimistic for this season. I just think you have a coach that knows how to actually jug some tactics, work a system, get some patterns, give me some triangles, give me all of that. Yeah, that's that tactical that we need. Yeah, I think we're going to see such better performances from some of your forwards. So I think Martial, Rashford, Sancho, the combining of those three and the way that they play, I think it will improve. Just based on being under a coach that genuinely cares about on the pitch. Sort of organization. How much they will improve, that's to be seen. Bearing in mind you were 7th last season. Bearing in mind you've had Martial have a good goal scoring season before. You've had Rashford have a good goal scoring season before. That doesn't propel you into a title race or a league winning situation.
No, it doesn't.
So United have a long way to go, but I'd be mildly optimistic about Ten Hag. That would just be me. I don't know how you man feel, Adrian and David.
Hey, listen, bro. You don't need to sort that midfield ASAP.
Yeah, that's just the biggest thing right now. If we can get him in, calm, I'll be content for this season. But we still have a long way to go. The aim of this season, we got 2 chances. We either get into the top 4 or we focus on Europa. And with the whole fixture list up until the World Cup. As long as we get through the group stage, I don't really care where we are so much in the league. Be top 10, top 6-ish, that's fine. But let's just get through Europe and all that stuff. That's first. That's the main thing. Yeah, it's a weird time. Also, we have a striker that refuses to play for us. So we need to get him out of the cup. Yeah.
Lola says CR Kelly is a menace. Murad says Ronaldo is denying them man quicker than Peter denied Jesus. No Champions League. I don't know this team you speak of. He said no GCSE, no A level, no Champions League. You end up in McDonald's. That's what he said. No, Robin, honestly, as a Manchester United fan, and you are a true United fan who loves this club, yeah. How does it feel seeing Ronaldo basically flirting around with every other club?
I'll keep it a buck. I'll keep it a buck. Cristiano Ronaldo is one of Manchester United's greatest players in our history. He's helped us win Premier Leagues, Champions Leagues, and all that stuff, and is an elite athlete. However, he has taken the piss out of this club and needs to get out ASAP.
United took the piss out of him.
I wouldn't even say that. He knew that Europa League was on the cards since May, and if he said that he wanted to go in May or and stuff, no one would have batted an eyelid, all that stuff. This whole suddenly, my family has an emergency, but then you're training at Sporting Lisbon's ground. Then suddenly you're in Madrid. Your plane is going all over Europe. Like, it's taking the piss. I get that United has been shocking last season, and we all know it's a season to forget. But you're being unprofessional. And we can sit here, had this been any other player in the world, he would have been scrutinized. He would have been this. Listen, Cristiano Ronaldo has taken the piss out of Manchester United, and he needs to get out.
No, but Robert, do you know what it is though? He was like, you know what? You guys, you slapped me in the face. No Champions League, fine. Sort out the bloody midfield for goodness sake. What? Look at the standard of players you're giving him. Look, what the hell? He said, you know what? You've disgraced me. You slapped me in the face of a wet fish. Let me give you one more chance. and I'm still coming into the season with McTominay, with Fred. What in the blue hell's going on here? I'm Cristiano freaking Ronaldo. Give me something. What the hell is this?
I'll never forget watching a Roy Keane interview where Man United had just lost the game.
Rubbish.
And he gave an interview where he was talking about, you know, when you're on the bus going to a game, and you look behind you, you see who's on the bus with you. Who's coming with you? He said, Maguire, Fred, McTominay. These aren't guys you want to take to the trenches with you.
To the war zone, brother.
You're not taking them to the trenches.
Yeah.
Not.
But then the answer is, why did you come back then? Because no one else is going to pay you the money. Why did he come then?
True.
And if he wants to leave, then he should leave.
No. Do you know why? Because
that's a great counterpoint. Because he came with those players there.
Why did he come then?
Rio called him on the phone, innit?
Listen.
Well, he should have learned from Pogba.
Came, it was dire. It was dire. He should have said that he's going to leave when he had the chance to. Don't do it like when we're actually starting again. And no one wants you. Like, come on, man. Listen, just take the bullet. It's unprofessional. Let's keep it what it is. Ronaldo has taken the piss out of the club more. Yes, we could have done better, and we still are. I think getting Eriksen's a great signing, but it's not enough, and I agree. But be professional. You are a professional footballer for how many years now?
It's true.
Do your job. I may be annoyed with my teammates at work, and I may want to change job, but while I'm saying that job, do your job. You're paid to do that job.
He's down tools. He's down tools. He's a disgrace.
If you're in your job and you don't like your job, you can just go on LinkedIn and look for 10 other jobs.
Why are you still doing your job? While still doing your job.
Oh, fair enough.
He's still doing your job.
So your biggest gripe is him not turning up to training. Is that the thing?
Oh.
Oh, Robin, your
hold on. You cut out. Yeah. Say again.
You cut out. your mic is it me or is Robin cutting out?
You stopped.
David, you're muted.
David.
No, at least I'm on mute, bruv. Your Wi-Fi is Wi-Fi.
Who's Wi-Fi?
Bruv, Robin, blood.
Oh, fair enough, man. Yeah. Robin, you were cutting out, but he said I was cutting out, so I didn't know.
Basically,
saying, nah, this brother has twerked for Queen and country. No one wants him. He's out here shaking it for dollars.
Ronaldo's getting old, you know. 5 years ago, imagine saying Ronaldo's unsellable. They don't want him in Paris. They don't want him in Madrid. They don't want him in Barcelona. They don't want him in Italy. Nobody wants Cristiano Ronaldo.
Apparently, Thomas Tuchel said no. Like, that's crazy.
Because and to be fair, in hindsight, United should have said no because like it don't make sense, does it?
Let me read some of the comments because there's been a lot on this. Endo has a lot to say about Manchester United. First things first, he says Robin's not a true Man United fan after he boycotted them games. Do me a favor. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. He also says Ten Hag still unproven. He's never done anything outside the Dutch league, so I'm not convinced. I reckon he'll drown by February or March. I hear that still. So Baraka says, look, CR7 heard Europa League. Said, nope, I'm ahead out. First Pogba, now CR7. Mirad says, with the Arsenal that I'm seeing, I can't wait to see Arsenal versus Man United at the Emirates next Sunday, 4:30. Manchester Red going to be cooked. Mirad, please let me know. Are you an Arsenal fan? Is that you admitting that you're an Arsenal fan on this chat? Because now you're one of us. You can get cooked like the rest. So we'll see. We'll see what happens on that day. Because if you're looking forward to it and Arsenal get slapped up, it's a funny day. It's going to be a deadly day. Seasoned with that favela sauce. Yeah, man, the Ronaldo situation is mad. At the end of the day, I don't think he's going anywhere. I think he's going to start the season as a Manchester United player. He played in the preseason game. Am I right, Robin?
Barely.
Yeah, he played
45 minutes.
And then decided to leave.
He left before the game was over.
Yes.
He left before the game was over.
He left before the game was over, Oscar. Unprofessional.
He's a disgrace.
That's downright deplorable. That's
I said he needs to get out the club. It's
Mirad has admitted he's an Arsenal fan. He's a gooner. Okay, welcome.
Yes, Gunners.
Welcome.
Yes.
We shall see. We shall see. You're gonna suffer with us this season.
You're gonna suffer with us.
I'm saying us like I'm Arsenal fan, not me. You're gonna suffer with David.
I'm gonna suffer as well.
Hey, don't worry. I'll get on to you, Adrian.
By the way, Murad, we're getting onto the Arsenal segment a little bit later. I kind of want to wait till Peter's here before we talk Arsenal because
is Peter coming though?
Peter's arriving late, but he's arriving.
What, like Lampard's?
Like Lampard, you don't know. Hey, Adrian, that's the best metaphor, man. Endo said, Oscar, will I get cooked?
Like Kevin Nolan.
The real one. I don't understand
Endo, you always get cooked. You're gonna say something dumb. You're gonna say something dumb, and then we're gonna.
Hey, David, your brother's talking very loud. We can hear him in the background.
It's like, bro, flipping it.
Endo said, according to Arsenal fans, they are competing for the league this season. Notice saying which Arsenal fans? Be specific. What were you saying, Robin?
I can't lie. I kind of agree with Endo. The Twitter spaces, I'm seeing title charge. I'm seeing after the Chelsea beating of 4-0, it's like, yeah, we're going to do it this season. And I'm just like...
Robin, do you know what that's harsh? Robin, do you know what that's harsh?
These men don't learn.
Yeah,
why?
No, because Robin, every football fan base has a population of morons that delusional people that will say wild things like that. Like, if you speak to any right-thinking Arsenal fan, like Lola or like David or like Peter, none of them will say such a
none of this, bruv. None of this, bruv. Where none of this, all this.
But
bruv.
But I think we can all agree that Arsenal have a high contingency of delusion in that fan base, and they are ones that get carried away. They are a fan base that gets carried away with the tide.
Maybe.
Yeah, their whole away stand was singing Mikel Arteta's going to take us to the Champions League, and they didn't get there. This is not one or two fans. Yeah, now fair enough. You know,
I mean, they're out by like a point. Like, it wasn't unrealistic of them to believe so.
It didn't happen.
It didn't happen, though.
Yeah, because Arteta gutted the bloody squad. You saw the striker in the midfield. Anyway.
Bro, they were singing it after he saw the striker. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. They beat Aston Villa away and they were gassed.
But I was there, you know. I'll sing it loud.
You were singing. Mikel Arteta is going to take us to the Champions League or whatever the song was.
What? But I felt goosebumps. It felt like the Undertaker just made his entrance. I was off, man. I was off.
Manny says, this is why I love the Glazers. The saviour who will win the league is taking the mick of them.
That is a troll account. That's a troll account.
Well, that's Manny. That's my boy Manny, man. Big up Manny. We can't stand United over these sides. Endo said, please, after AFTV, please watch AFTV after their Emirates Cup win. They're embarrassing. I can't lie.
It was bad. Was
it bad? I didn't see it. I didn't know what happened.
Hey, Oscar, all I see is the thumbnails where all the Gabriel Jesus haters. We're gonna challenge for the league. We can get into top 4. Big up the Cronkies. I'm just like, yo.
No, but David, no. But let's be honest. we're going to challenge for the top 4. That's fair
League.
enough.
He said league.
They said league,
He said
bro.
league.
Okay, that's why. No, but listen, they're going to challenge for the top 4. Let's call a spade a spade. Like, whether you like the Conkeys or not, they've pulled their finger out. They pulled their finger out. And guess what? A lot of people criticized the Gabriel Jesus move. They were cussing him. They were saying that's a Man City castaway. He's no good. He's washed up. And you know what? The guys look good and he's looked sharp in preseason. Why can't they be excited about their new number 9?
I've said it now. Just wait. Just as I always say with Arsenal, just wait. They will come through for me this season. I'm not even going to get hyped. They're going to come through for me. They're going to let everyone down, and I'm going to be here laughing in everyone's face. And I've kept receipts. Adrian, I've got you. I've got receipts of everybody.
Out of curiosity, what did I say?
You've been retweeting. There's retweets that I see. AJ.
Also, last season, do you also remember me saying they would have get top 4? Despite my love of Arsenal, so keep your further.
He said, despite my love of Arsenal, why do you have a love of Arsenal?
I said they don't have the number 9 to get more.
He loves Arteta, bro. Stop loving Arteta, bro. This guy.
But he's turned that squad around. When Arteta came to Arsenal, that was an awful, diabolical side. It was.
You've got Jurgen Klopp. Hear me. Why were you supporting this nonsense, bro? And he knows it's nonsense. We have nonsense on this.
I don't think it's nonsense. But...
Look, I'm in two minds, man. I'm in two minds. I think I sympathize with the Arsenal fans that don't like Arteta because, let's be honest, he's been here a long time. He's made a lot of mistakes. I think the people that love Arteta love to talk about the stuff he's done right, but forget to mention the fact that he's done so much wrong. You talk about a deplorable squad. He bought a bunch of players that were also deplorable.
Willian,
he added to that. He added to that. As bad as it was, he added to it. So to absolve him of all of that responsibility of Arsenal squad being so bad is just disingenuous. He's part of that problem. However, I like where the ship is heading. I like where it's turned. Since he got the title of manager and they switched it away from first team coach or whatever it was before, he looks like he's been steering the ship, and he looks like he's got Edu on his team. He looks like he's got Vinay on his team, and they're buying the right players. Like the fact that he turned around this Saliba deal. You guys know, when it comes to William Saliba, I rate this kid so highly. Shout out to Lola, because Lola's been on the train way before me. But they got him in. That's a new signing, guys.
Now, Oscar, can I be real? Even that is pulling at straws when you think about it. Because William Saliba was an Arsenal player when Arteta came in. Arteta loaned him to wherever he loaned him.
That's the point I'm making. So you've got Arteta's bad side and his good side all in one. Like
I wouldn't call that good. Like keeping an elite level young centre back and deciding to not sell him. I'm not gonna pat him on the back for that. Because bro, if he lets Saliba go, what are we saying then? That's a sackable offence, bro.
You're right. Murad says, let Liverpool and Man City slip up. Arsenal will be sniffing around like police dogs. See, this is the Arsenal fan that we're talking about.
Yeah, we caught him. We caught him right there.
Got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Look, we know this. We've been here. Lola's telling you, go for a walk. Go and take the dog out. Take him out. My goodness. Lola said, I can sit here and say that I've heard United fans say that United are back because the bold man is here. Yeah, fair enough. But to be fair, to be fair, I ain't heard
that. People are saying.
I've not heard United fans talk about a title challenge. I've not heard one. Maybe I'm not in those circles. Robin, do they exist?
No, they do exist, but like that's like ultra delusion. Like, the main talk is just top 4. Try and get into the top 4.
Lola said, so we all didn't sit through 21 and 21.
Yes, Lola.
And that was funny. That was funny still.
Yeah, man.
But even then, I remember, because I remember that podcast where I said was first, and I said, guys, and I was talking to United fans, I said, we're January, we're on top, just keep it calm. But then look what happened in the end. People didn't want to believe.
I mean, if you're top, you have a right to be gassed, innit? You can get gassed if you're top, but don't make statements like we're gonna do X, Y, Z, and then you don't do X, Y, Z. You know what I mean? You look foolish. Manny said we can't have a Lego lookalike being top 4. He's talking about Arsenal and Mikel Arteta. But 2 minutes ago, Manny was saying that Arsenal's attack is looking scary. So which one is it, guys? Are you fearful of Arsenal's attack? Because I rate all of the players individually. I think Gabriel Jesus is an excellent signing and he will score a lot of goals. But when I look to the left-hand side and I see Martinelli or Smith Rowe, I don't look at that and think, yeah, that's that's at the level it needs to be. I rate Martinelli extremely highly, but I don't think he's going to get the goals that Arsenal need. And Bukayo Saka on the other side, he's not going to be in the 15 territory that you would need. You know what I mean? So,
Oscar, the problem with Arsenal, with the collection of players we've got, the formation is 4-2-3-1.
100.
But we keep playing this 4-3-3, and Odegaard, Smith Rowe, they're too lightweight for midfield.
That's a very good point.
They can't play there. You can't depend on Xhaka and Partey to be fit or to be on form the whole season. So it's just long, bruv.
Or to be out of prison.
Well,
no, it's true.
Oh dear.
I'm not touching it, bro.
I'm not touching it until we got more.
I'm not touching that one. Hey,
more information needed.
Hey.
I don't think we need more information. I think we have what we need. Moran said, in all seriousness, I expect a top 4 finish. I do not expect to win or challenge for the league. Ambitions remain on planet Earth. We like it. Stay calmer. Out of curiosity, Murad, I just want to know who is not making the top 4 for you to enter it. That's what I want to know. I want to know what team are you overtaking. I'll be honest. I do like what Arsenal are cooking. I do. I think their back 4 is stellar, or back 5 if you want to play all 3 of those centre backs, because they're all 3 top centre backs. And then you're 3 centre backs
with Ben White,
Gabriel, and Saliba. That is a 3 to be reckoned with.
All right. You. Okay.
I don't know about Arsenal. I'm just like,
what's not to know about the 3?
No. Listen. Let me land. I'm talking about Arsenal in general. I think they've made the improvements, and I think they're going to make a serious challenge for the top 4. Will they make it? Is the thing is, I don't know, because I think the big enigma right now is what Conte is going to do with Spurs and how that's going to look, because they made good signings, and Conte is a world-class manager, so I don't know where Tottenham are going to finish. Are they going to finish 4th? Are they going to take over Chelsea's spot? Because it's going to be a very, very tight top 4 race, and I think everyone's in it, if that makes sense.
I agree.
So when I look at Arsenal, yes, they've made a good size. Yes, they are able to challenge. Will they do it? Will they be able to sustain it long term now with Europa League as well? Those Thursday nights that can have something to do with it? I don't know. Something to wait and see.
Lola said, as far as I can see, the only teams with attacks with fear is City, Liverpool, and Spurs. That's true. I think we can all agree those are the elite attacks in the league. So acting like Arsenal have to be elite in attack,
man.
I think Arsenal need to be elite in attack. Like you do. Arsenal are not. You're not there. Like you haven't been in this top 4 race for a long time.
If Gabriel Jesus gets an injury, bro, we're depending on Eddie and Ketia.
There you go. And whilst I think Eddie and Ketia can bag, he ain't really gonna bag like that.
Good grief. Quick question. How do you remedy a problem like that? Because that's a valid point what David said. But I'm saying I'm thinking.
Number one, you don't re-sign him. That's not your remedy, because now you keep the remedy for longer. Just get another striker. Nketiah.
You don't think they should have signed Nketiah?
No. He's improved. He's improved leaps and bounds.
Adrian, he's not going to do it over 38 game season.
No. That's why he's your backup.
I think that's an extremely harsh thing to say, considering he's never had a 38 game season.
Yeah.
I think there are certain strikers
not good enough.
No, but that's not true. There's certain strikers that are not of the level to win you a league or bring you like they're not at that level. But if you play that kind of like a Tammy Abraham, like Nketiah can get 15 league goals if you played him consistently.
15 is high,
bro. How many, bro? He got like 6 league goals last season, barely playing, bro. Barely.
True.
Like I don't think Nketiah is great, but I think he's of that level. That, you know what I mean? He can back goals like a Calvert-Lewin, or you know what I mean? He can do something.
To be fair, if you take out any team's bagsman, they're gonna struggle.
Facts. Yeah, facts. That applies to most teams in the league.
If you take out any so take out Salah from Liverpool.
Okay. Going back to Murad, I asked my man a question. I said, if Arsenal are making a top 4, who's dropping out? He said the West London Blues. That's obviously Chelsea, for those of you that don't play pro either. He says the club lost their name brand when Roma left. I don't think you know this is the Bowley era, baby. This is the Boston Blues. You know what I'm saying? Hollywood. It's Hollywood, baby. That's what I'm saying. This is LA now. We're a different kind of team. Manny says, Murad, you thought you ate. Quickly. Endo says Adrian is bookie. He shakes Niash for Arsenal. You know what I mean?
Because do you know why? Because a year ago today, I thought Arteta was a fundamentally awful coach. I saw nothing from him tactically. I didn't understand his transfers. I didn't understand his management. Everything Arteta did, I disagreed with. I thought Edu could have sold a condom in a red light district at 2 a.m. I just didn't understand the signings. I didn't understand the foresight. I didn't understand anything about Arsenal Football Club a year ago today.
What kind of an analogy?
No, because there was a time where like Mustafi was going for free. There was a time where obviously like Kolasinac was going for free. Socrates was going for free. They didn't sell a man for a penny. Aubameyang ended up going for free. So I'm like, what the hell is this club on about? But fast forward a year, I'm starting to see a synergy with regards to recruitment. They're actually attracting and getting in a decent standard of player now. And guess what? You've got a good, young, exciting team with an equally good, young, exciting manager. Let's see if they can all develop together at the same time. Oh, that's by the 2 a.m. by the prime time. He couldn't.
Wow.
Edu could have sold a jacket to an Eskimo. He was beautiful. Could organize a piss up in a brewery. I don't know what you want from me. Like he was incompetent. In my opinion, Eddie was incompetent.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I have missed Top 4 podcast. Oh my goodness.
My god.
Adrian, you're not serious.
Deadly serious.
Lola said, you are not hearing me. I said elite. Arsenal's attack for me isn't bad. For me, it's good. Chelsea have a manager who attacks through defense with bums, bar Sterling. United have an attack of crackheads. She said, am I meant to be scared of that? This isn't me saying Arsenal are peak. It's just saying it ain't that deep. Additions are needed, but we shall see.
That's true. No, because I think with Arsenal, it's going to be a spread.
Do you have a feeling that this is a season of a season? But like the top two, this is a season of we shall see. Because everyone's just like because everyone's like,
it ain't no we shall see. Like it ain't no we shall see. We can see.
I don't know who's going to finish third. If I'm very honest with you.
All right. Well, we're doing once we finish the teams, we're going to get onto predictions for the season, and you're going to have to tell us an answer. And I'm waiting to hear what you're going to say. David says, I'm looking forward to Fulham versus Chelsea derby. Big man, I think you're the only person on planet Earth that's looking forward to that derby. Who cares about Fulham versus Chelsea?
West London derby.
I've never gave a monkeys.
The West London derby.
That must be the most one-sided derby in world football.
What is that? The prawn sandwich derby? That's a disgrace.
Even Everton get the draws. Fulham.
Yeah. What? There's no animosity. You know nothing. Wow. Nothing. Everton, Fulham. They sell cheese boards in the concession stands. They're not a real club, man. Get Fulham out of here, man.
Get them out, man.
Get them out of here. Wine and flipping brie.
Did they still? Hey, by the way, first of all, did they still have that statue of Michael Jackson?
No, they don't.
Secondly, I think this is the third time. This is the third time they've brought up Tim Ream to the Prem again. This is the third time I think they've done it. And what do they expect to do here? They've only just sold Dennis Odoi. This is a disgrace. It's an absolute mess.
Lola said a bunch of poshos playing football. By the way, posho means something different in Uganda.
You're about to say, I was like, yeah. I don't know about that one.
That is funny. That is funny. Assad said Arsenal fans are so adamant they'll finish above Chelsea. I love it because they did this when we got Lampard. The summer they got Pepe. Them man ended up finishing 10 points below us. No, but like Assad, we know like there'll be a reason why the wheels fall off, and then it will be like, who could have known? Who could have known? That's what it'll be. They will soon turn on Arteta. We will be watching. To be fair, half of them are already Arteta out anyway, so it's not really like turning, is it?
Oh no. After this weekend, nah, brave.
Oh, they're back on. Everyone's
Everyone's Arteta in, bro.
Because everyone, like I was saying, everybody was Arteta in when you beat Aston Villa. And who did you beat? You beat Chelsea. Everyone was Arteta in.
Chelsea beat United as well, I believe.
Then you went Southampton and got slapped, and it was like those tweets never happened the week before. But I don't know, man. Arsenal fans, they move kind of.
Bear Higgy Haga, bro.
I'm new to that.
Endo said you man are finishing at 11:30 minimum. Yeah, we're gonna speed up, man. We're gonna speed up. I see how no one is clocked that I'm taking the boss like out of my name. I clocked it, to be fair, because I kept reading it, but
I didn't, to be honest.
I had nothing to say. I
didn't.
Yeah?
I just saw Endo and I was just like, I know who it is.
What? You're not boss. You're not boss like anymore, yeah?
Vince
just
McMahon got him.
I
said you went from Austin Theory to just Theory.
Vince McMahon got him, man. Antonio Cesaro to just Cesaro.
I said, and Endo's A-Town down now.
Yeah, man.
He jacked the first name, bro. They jacked the first name. Yeah, it's cleaner, man. Endo's a lot cleaner.
Shall we go to the Blues?
Let's go to the West London Blues. Come on, man. Let's do it. Chelsea, carefree, so, wherever you may be.
You signed Raheem Sterling. He's returned back to London.
You signed Koulibaly. It's the first time he's played in London. That's weird.
Yeah, first time Premier League in London. I don't feel awfully excited by the signing of Raheem Sterling. Forgive me, guys. Forgive me. I think Raheem Sterling is better than all of our wingers. Don't let me get to
that's not hard though, is it?
No, I know, but like people are like, oh, that's the first thing people say when I say I don't want Raheem Sterling. They're like, but he's better than everyone we've got, and it's like, yeah, okay, but the bar is low, man. The bar is on the floor. So like, and it's not because I think Sterling's a bad player. I think Sterling is not good enough to override the poor attacking play that is going on at Chelsea right now. We can't score for love nor money. We can't create nothing. Lola says better or he's clear. But you're saying he's clear. After this season, ask me if he's clear. This is the point I'm trying to make to you. After this season, let's see if he's really clear. Because
am I hearing that is Oscar putting Sterling on his watch? He's getting the Sterling.
No, it's not, bro. Sterling is Sterling. Like Sterling is a man that scored 100 Premier League goals. He's not going to change. Like Sterling is Raheem Sterling. There's nothing I can say now about Sterling that's going to change anyone's opinion of him. What I'm saying to you is this: Chelsea's attacking system is so bad that I think it hinders the qualities of our attacking players. And I think Sterling is going to come into this Chelsea team and perform a lot worse than he did at Manchester City. And I don't think that's Sterling's fault. I think we're just not that good. Do you get what I'm saying? It's similar to how I'm talking about Erik ten Hag coming into Manchester United, and you're seeing better. I expect to see better from Martial and Rashford, etc. I don't expect to see good from these attackers because every single attacker at Chelsea Football Club is currently operating at a worse level than they have done previously. They are all stinking, and some of those.
So question. I was going to say, when are you going to sell this guy back to Germany? Because I think he's been here long. He's been overdue.
Which one?
Your striker. You're talking about your strikers.
Still, which one? They got about 3.
Yes, yeah.
Timo. Well, two.
Yeah, man. I heard today there's rumours that RB Leipzig want him back, but he's the hardest man to sell. The guy can't kick a football. He has got no touch. He's got no left foot. He's got no right foot. He's got no weight of pass. He's got no control. He's got no IQ to make the right movement. Like he's got nothing about him. And there was once upon a time when people used to say, "Oh, his runs like they bamboozle defenders," and that was true. That was true at a certain time. Even that has fallen out of his game. He's not even fast anymore. Like when Timo Werner signed, he literally gave an interview on Chelsea.com. Yeah. And they said to him, "What's your best attribute?" And he said, "My pace." Guys, he's not even fast anymore. He's losing to slow centre backs in a foot race. This guy's useless, man. Get him out my club. Get him out. So you're asking me, will we get rid of him? Who will take him? Please, who will take him? Because I'll do an Edu thing and terminate the contract now. Get him gone. Get him gone, man. I'll do that straight, man. Assad says, Inshallah, Vieira and the Palace man put Arsenal in a split on Friday. Can you imagine how they win? Okay. Moving on to Chelsea. He says Sterling alone is not enough, and I agree. Get me more. Sterling doesn't move, man. If a game is tight, you need someone to make a difference. Is Sterling that guy? Sterling has been that guy for Manchester City. He's been that guy. He's been that guy for
countless times.
Countless.
He's been that
You got
but
Koulibaly.
Koulibaly, fantastic signing. Fantastic signing. I was disappointed at the way we let Rudiger and Christensen go on a free. Koulibaly replaces Christensen as far as I'm concerned. Replaces Rudiger as far as I'm concerned. I think he's just as good, if not better, than Rudiger.
Where did Rudiger go to?
Real Madrid.
Madrid.
Yeah. So we need another.
That would have been a sick partnership between them two.
Ooh,
that'd
have been nasty. That'd have been disgusting. Imagine getting past Rudiger and Koulibaly.
That's a long day, bro.
That's a long day because they're both big, they're both strong, they're both fast. Boy.
Assad said, I'm on to TUchel, this prayer. If we lose to Everton on Sunday, I'm going to start calling him TUchel because he's really getting on my nerves and has been for a while. Big man, we lost to Everton last season. Lampard came and slapped us at Goodison. So, like...
It was only 1-0.
Everton.
It's Everton. And
Everton. Do you remember the state Everton were in when they played us?
Yeah, that's a stinker.
Come on, man.
Everyone back to basics. They literally said long ball and we'll try to stay in the league.
Manny's saying, and there's one man to blame for why the attack isn't improving. Who's the one man? Testing questions. Last season, I was questioning Thomas Tuchel a little bit for this attack, and I feel like when I said it on this podcast, I don't think you guys understood what I was doing, or maybe felt like I was being ungrateful because this is a man that came and won us the Champions League. But I do expect a little bit more from him when it comes to getting something out of these players. I don't expect more from him from a player like Timo. This guy's terrible. He can't kick a ball. That's not Tuchel's fault. But I think there's more from the other players. I think there's more. Lola says, talking about attacks here, Werner, Ziyech, Pulisic, Havertz, Cho, with even Havertz and Cho with talent speak. I don't know what she means by that.
I think she wants you to speak on them, like
speak on them. I'll give you this station on then. Timo Werner, get out my club. Hakim Ziyech, get out my club. Christian Pulisic, final warning. Yeah, January. If I don't see you by January, get gone. Yeah, get out. Yeah, Kai Havertz. This guy's Kai Havertz, man. I don't even know. He's an enigma. Because he's so lifeless when he doesn't play well. When he plays well, he's like amazing, but he's lifeless when he doesn't. So, go on. Cho should leave right now. Like, essentially, he should leave right now. He's got 2 years left on his contract, and he's on 120k a week. If he does not perform this season, I don't see Chelsea renewing his contract. I don't see Chelsea paying him more money. So, we're going to lose him on a free if he doesn't get a new contract this season. Those are your two options. We lose him on a free, or we, you know what I mean? So, Cho, like, I know that's my guy, and I'll always rep him. I think he needs to leave Chelsea anyway because it's not conducive. If it hasn't worked for 4 years at this club, why would I go into the 5th year thinking that it's gonna work? You know what I mean? If it does, I'm hoping. You know what I mean? I want that more than anything, but I don't think it's gonna work for Chelsea.
Oscar, you're here now, yeah?
But like, when you say
I've been waiting for you, bro.
When you say here now,
I've got a cup for you.
When you say here now, there's a lot of people that think Cho is washed, and I'm definitely not there.
Yeah, whoa. Yeah,
I just don't think
that's wild. Shit. That's ridiculous.
No, but look. Manny said calling him Chowobi. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with them, man. Them man that are saying, oh, he needs to go because he's trash.
They're in the strip club. We're not there.
Yeah, I'm not there. We're just at a bar. I'm saying Chelsea is not the place for every Cobham graduate to fulfill their dreams. You know what I mean?
Man said Chiwobi, bro.
You know what I mean? But yeah, Ernest wants to talk about Kai Havertz, 72 million.
What do you mean 72 million? 72 million what?
72 million.
Can't be good.
Great British.
No.
The Queen's Great British Pound. That's what.
Yeah, man.
That's at least 15 too much.
Baraka saying Kai and Christian Pulisic are on their last straw. I need results. Look, when it comes to Kai, bro, Ernest said 72 million. This is a real fee. This real money was exchanged for this guy. So I don't see a future in which we get rid of him because we Chelsea don't like to take losses. That's one thing about this club. They don't like to take losses. That's why we've got players like flipping Emerson, Alonso, Danny Drinkwater, Bakayoko. All these guys are still on the books because they don't want to just cut their pride and sell them for cheap, like Ross Barkley. You know what I mean? They don't want to do it. So to take a loss on a £72 million wonder kid, yeah, man, it's not.
So what is Lukaku? Because he's now gone back to Inter Milan.
Howler. Lukaku's a howler. Lukaku's the worst decision. That, like, the saga of signing him to letting him go is the worst decision I think my club has ever made.
I think a club has ever made. That's up there. That's Coutinho levels of growth.
That's high.
Insidious. It's insidious. That's disgraceful. Asad says it's big 2022 and man are still on the show train. This ain't 2018. Grow up. All right, man. We'll watch and see, man. Watch and see. When the shackles are off, we'll see what happens, isn't it? 3 managers who didn't rate him. That's just not true. That's just not true. That's not true, man. I don't want to sit here and make this a Cho debate because I'll bury that comment right now. It's completely false.
No, bury it. Pile onto it, bro. Why is it false?
Tell me who the 3 managers are.
Sorry, he was like 16 when Sarri was there.
Sarri had the opportunity to send him on loan, and he said no. In pre-season, he saw these kids and this kid's good. I'm going to keep him, play him in the Europa League. He played him in the Europa League. He balled out. He got the most assists in our team, and we ended up winning the competition. The only reason he didn't play the final or the semi-final is because he was injured. He was the best player up to that tournament, and then Giroud got the top goal scorer because he got a lot of assists from Hudson-Odoi. So don't tell me Sarri didn't rate him. Frank Lampard is the reason he signed a contract and got 120k on the week. Everybody says he shouldn't have got that contract. Frank Lampard was the one that gave it to him, and he came into Frank Lampard's squad after having his Achilles injury. Then Thomas Tuchel comes in. The first thing Thomas Tuchel does is plays him right wing back, and he wins man of the match in those positions. He keeps him in the team.
Yay!
So I like Ernest. And also, Chelsea's best spell of last season, who was playing left wing? Ask yourself that question. It was Callum Hudson-Odoi. And when he got injured, how was the end of our season? Explain to me how we performed from February onwards. Come on, man. Respect yourself. Oscar, are you done with Kai? Not done. I'm done with Ziyech. I'm done with Werner. Kai, I'm fed up, man. I'm fed up.
How are you not done with Pulisic when he didn't up his Viva last season? So, what's going on there?
Because Pulisic is like, I should be done with Pulisic. Realistically, you're right. That's a fair question to ask. But I just think he's not had. I don't even know how to explain it, bro. He's a quality player. There's quality within him, and I feel like more needs to be explored there. And it's what ice cream van, yeah. Is it you? What was that,
bro?
Oh, ice cream is you. I don't know.
That was a Samsung alarm, and I know that from anywhere.
Is it? Shooting allegations. No, Manny, you're 100% right. Cho needs to learn how to shoot. That's a fact. David said, "Big up Ernest." That's definitely so wrong. Ernest, you've been listening. You've seen everything we've said about every single club. What are your thoughts going into the season? Pick any team that you want to maybe dissect and give us a 2-piece on.
Who do I want to talk about? First of all, I'm excited that football's back. I'm genuinely gassed because the summer did go quickly. It feels like it's not long ago we did our last podcast episode, but yeah, man. I'm looking forward to the season. Not looking forward to United, because I just feel like we are not ready yet. I did say that if we finish 6th with the Europa League final, I think we've done well. I still feel like we need more. So when I say we need a defensive midfielder, I don't necessarily mean that we need Bissouma, but we need someone who's going to be better at keeping the ball as an anchor in our midfield, and we haven't signed that yet. So it's looking like it's going to be Frankie de Jong. I'm not angry at that. I just want more than just that. But I mean, I'm a we will see this season. That's where I'm at right now.
Exactly what I said earlier.
This
is a very we will see season.
Right. Because I'm so deflated that I have no hope within. Like, the hope has just seeped from my veins. Dissipated, evaporated. I have none left within me to even. David is laughing. I have there is no hope left.
Hey, Ernest, they're trying to sell me hope, bruv. I'm not buying it, bruv.
Listen, Everything
No,
I've seen
no.
from Ten Hag, I've seen in the last 10 years. I'm not gassed at all. Not because of him, but more so because it's like with United, will they back the manager? Again, I'm asking this question for the 9th, 10th year in a row. Why is Phil Jones
The question,
still here?
though,
You
the
know?
question that I would ask you, Ernest, is that
Yeah.
with this whole De Jong saga, don't you feel that the fact that we've put the money there, the fact that Ten Hag obviously wants this guy, and we've done everything that we could, and it's not us something to do with us, is that not backing him? And I get with you. You want him to back him not just in 1 year, you want him to do it consistently. But I'm just saying, I think so far, I think I can't fault the board so far from what they've done. Not this season.
What else do we need in our team?
No, we need a DM, and we probably now need a striker.
Take the DM out. Take the DM out of it. Yeah.
Mhm.
What else? What else do we need in our team?
I was crying for a defender. We got one. I was crying for another midfielder. We've got one. We need two.
Look at our right backs.
Yeah, Delo and Wan-Bissaka. But I knew right back was not getting acted.
The only thing I'm seeing is that so this is the only thing that could be a plus. As a manager, I've said this on the podcast many times. The main requirement of a coach or a manager is to improve the squad you have. This is what I'm saying. The first and primary thing you have to do is take these guys from a 4 out of 10 to a 6 out of 10. If he can do that, it lessens the need to get rid of players. So, again, this is not career mode. This is not Football Manager. I can't ask for all these players that I want to cut. This is what I'm saying. Except Scott McTominay and Maguire. I think those two are terrible. But I think that when it comes to the overall morale and ability of the team, does Ten Hag have the ability to improve them? Probably. Again, it's questions. Is he better than Conte? Is he better than Tuchel? Is he better than Pep and Klopp? Remains to be seen, man. We need to give this guy time. And I think more so I'm worried about the fact that we've wasted time. How many times have I said on this podcast, Oli wasted 3 years? Like, it was just no point. Like, Adrian, the more I think about the fact that he was here, I'm like, why was he here?
It was criminal, man.
Stupid. It was just dumb. It didn't make sense. But hey, I can't cry over spilt milk. It's done. What's done is done. We need to move forward. I think I put it. I left it in the comment section. If Ten Hag can make a stand with Ronaldo, drop him, let him know that behavior is unacceptable. It sets a precedent to the rest of the team. They know what time it is. You can't just. Apparently, the leaving early thing on Sunday or whenever the game was, it was a group of players. I think it was the club knew. Basically, the club knew. So we don't need to worry about why Ronaldo left early. The behavior.
I don't know what's going on, but your mic's got a bit of static all of a sudden. I don't know. It wasn't happening before. Yeah, it's like. Can you not hear that, or is it just me?
Yeah, I'm hearing it. Yeah.
I don't know. It was clear before, but now it sounds like it's. I don't know.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you. It's just there's like a static underneath when you speak. What's that?
Hold on. How about now?
Nah, it's the same. It's the same. I don't know what it is.
Okay, let me come out and then.
Yeah, I'll add you back in. Robin, did you hear about this thing? Apparently, Bear players left.
Yeah, no. So when I heard it, I've just looked again on Twitter when Ernest said, it's like, okay, fair enough. Apparently, quite a few players have left. But prior to that, all we saw was on the newspaper, people taking pictures that you just cut early. So that's what I was just like.
But isn't that just poor?
It's just
like if that's the club thing, like if the club are the reason that's happened, isn't that just poor from the club? Like, why would they let the players leave early? Like, what benefit is that? It's a preseason game.
Yeah, it's not bloody inset day. What the hell?
Again, I'm not really sure what it is, but can you guys hear me now?
Yes, perfect.
Yeah, you're loud and clear. But I was just saying, when I was saying, Oscar, that whoever planned our preseason, like the Australia stuff and the Thailand stuff, calm. you're having a game in Oslo, and then we have a game the next day. So you
Stink
have to fly.
up.
Who
Stink
planned
up.
that? That's just awful planning.
Wait. So explain this to me. You had a game in Oslo, and then your next game
Against
was
Atletico Madrid. And then our next
Yes.
game was in Old Trafford, 24 hours later.
were the same players playing.
Not the same players. Some people were left, but some players that were in Oslo also played like in the second half to get legs.
That's that's a bit mad still. It's a bit
I
mad.
was like, whoever planned the preseason, it was just silly.
Chelsea did a similar thing. We had a game on Friday night, and then we had a game on Saturday morning, and it was in the same place. And I was just like, that's a bit weird. And you had players play the same, like some players that played the game before played the same game after. So yeah, it is a bit mad, but to make your team fly. But I guess teams are cramming in preseason because obviously the season starts a lot earlier. We're in August, bro. August, the first week of August, the league is starting on Friday. Like that's not common. So yeah, I do sympathise with them. Endo says LFC played the Community Shield on Saturday, then played yesterday at Anfield. Yeah, so it's a thing that clubs are doing. It's a thing that clubs are doing. Yeah, well, I guess fair enough. The country is a massive store. But how long is it flight to Oslo?
A couple of hours, ain't it? Norway.
A couple of hours. But then they got to go customs and all that stuff. That's a little long.
Okay, boys, it's time for the best part of the show that we do our predictions for the season. And we come back at the end of the season. We have a look at them, and we all look stupid because we said the wrong things.
All right, I'm going to say this now. My predictions are solely on what I'm seeing on the transfer window right now. So I'm putting that on writing.
My man's trying to put disclaimers down, you know. So
I'm putting disclaimers out because I was like, I'm making sure. Well, when I say the madness I'm going to say, it comes with reason. So here's one of them ones.
Okay.
I said if I say madness, we'll see.
We have a few questions about the window, but like I think we agreed earlier, we're going to keep those questions like for when the window closes. We'll talk about signings and who's the best signings. So I'm going to start with let's go with the predictions first, lads. Who's winning the league? Number one. I don't want to hear your 2, 3s, and 4s yet. I just want to hear who you think is winning. Actually, no. One is. Huh?
Did he stutter? You heard the man. He said what he said.
He said Liverpool Football Club.
He said what he said. Yes.
Listen. I say this with the utmost intent on being wrong.
He said, "I don't want to be right."
I don't want to be right. However, I think Pep is scaring me with how much he's not signing.
Oh my goodness.
He's scaring me still because
what do you mean how much he's not signing? He signed 3 players.
The strength, well, you signed 2 strikers. Yeah. You've signed a central midfielder and you signed no wingers.
Okay.
Nothing.
Because the only right winger you have is Mahrez. Who else is playing on the right? Don't worry.
Bernardo Silva can play on the right.
Bernardo Silva.
Yeah, but Bernardo wants to go to Barcelona.
Oh, but Ernest, you know what? I know this is lazy. But it's Pep Guardiola. He knows what he's doing. Whether it's a new system, whether it's like I trust him. Whether he thinks Carlton Palmer is ready.
No, I'm not saying that he doesn't know what he's doing. I trust Pep more than any other manager.
Yeah.
There was debates on Twitter was saying if Klopp doesn't win the league this year, then the debate is over. I'm like, Uncle, the debate has been over. It's 4-1. Yeah, the debate's been over.
It's 4-1.
So my thing is, it's not that I don't trust Pep. I just think that at some point in time, something has to give. And this year, I think that Haaland will fire bare goals. I think Julian Alvarez might be one of the surprises of the season. I think he's actually going to be good. I just don't trust Jack Grealish and Phil Foden. I don't. To hold it down for a whole season, I think so. One of the cushions they had was that if it wasn't Foden and it wasn't Sterling, there was Grealish. Now it's Grealish being 100 million man, and it's Foden who's a number 10, who's probably going to play on the left wing. But I think they need one more reinforcement, and then I'll be comfortable. I think Kyle Walker's a year older. John Stones needs to be fit all season because I think him and Diaz is the best centre back partnership. So City have everything in them to win the league, but I think that Liverpool are going to be. I think there is a level that's the difference maker this year will be the willpower, like Green Lantern, the power of will. Like it's going to be who wants the league more. And if we're saying that in the last year it's been a point difference, I don't see any reasons why it's going to be different this year. I think it's going to be tight. It's going to be to the wire. And the difference between Liverpool winning it last year was 1 point. This year it could be them, and I want to be wrong. So yeah.
Wow. Okay. Does anyone agree with Ernest?
Nope.
I want you guys to disagree.
No. I think
Manny agrees. I'm assuming Endo agrees.
I think what you call it. Pep is the next person to do the three-peat. That's what I see.
3P.
I'm gonna go with Pep Guardiola, Man City.
Yeah.
Just.
And it is just. Like, I look at everyone's transfer windows and all that stuff, and no one has told me, like, oh my gosh, this team is gunning for it, whether it be for the Premier League or for the top four. Everyone has made good signings and made good decisions, but no one has been stand out. So that's why I'm saying this season's going to be tight. This season's going to be very tight on who finishes where.
Bro, do you think that's harsh, considering like City signed Haaland?
No, I think it's a great signing.
That's pretty stand out to me.
It is, but it isn't at the same time because it's not what City needed completely. Like, I'm wrong. They did need a striker. They got the striker, but now they've made other positions worse, if that makes sense.
No, they haven't. No, like they haven't.
I think they have. They need wingers.
SW6 says, look, Pep was hanging on for dear life last season. Liverpool are better, and I'm going to be back again. They hung on for dear life because they were clear. They were clear, and they had nothing else. And I said to all of you, man, last season,
hanging on for dear life. I wouldn't go that far. Well, I mean, last day of the season, you're scrambling for the goals.
Now, to be fair, it was a 2 and 7/8 count still. Yeah, it was like by the end of the season.
I mean, come on, man. They were 20 minutes away from losing this league. Like,
by the way, Emi Martinez, I'll never forgive him because I'm sure if he was in the goal, he would have saved one of those City goals. But I digress.
Oh, as in because they had their sub-keeper. But what I'll say on this year is I felt like last season I was very adamant, very clear. I felt like Liverpool had to take advantage of the way that City were and the shape they were in going into the season. For me, honestly, I hear everything you're saying, but I think they've got stronger. I think they've added a 20-goal season player into their front line. They've also added Alvarez. So I understand your winger complaint, but in the Community Shield, they started both of them. Am I right?
No. My point is, when I look at City's style of play, they rely a lot on the wing play. Yeah. From Barcelona days, Pep has relied on people hugging the chalk line. Yeah. But I'm going back to this hanging for dear life thing. I'm not having it. Because Liverpool finished 1 point behind City. So we're Liverpool hanging on for their life.
Hey?
Well, Liverpool didn't win the league, so...
Yeah, we went up to hang on to.
Yeah, never tag on to you.
No, well,
We were trying to grasp for the brass ring.
Exactly. So if we're saying that, City were scrambling on the last day, Liverpool were waiting for the last day to see if they had a chance.
Yeah, but I think the point is City won the league. We know that. The question is, by how far did they win it? We've seen City walk away with this league. We've seen landslide victories by City. That was not the case last season.
It was 20 minutes away from being something else.
So I think that's where the hanging on for dear life thing comes from.
I wouldn't call it that.
Fair enough, man.
It's neither here nor there. In many ways, City have improved. I'm like, what do you mean? Look at how Pep celebrated, bro. He's won the league.
Pep, I hate Pep. Why was he crying like that?
He won the league.
Pep is the
SW6
man.
said, I need that Pep trophy this season on the CV. It was very
no. SW6. Any other season, I'm agreeing with you. But anything that stops Liverpool winning the league, I'm for. I'm for it. Do you see what I'm saying? So I know exactly what you mean. Also, I don't know why, man, on this Pep trophy list thing, I think he's made the league better. But that's just me personally.
Pep is the goal.
I don't like. I think I agree with what you're saying. Overall, I think he's made the other teams in the league like have to learn how to play football. Yeah, but I don't think anyone really wants a landslide league where a manager's wearing four.
We have it. That's why we don't want it. We have it.
Yeah, no, but that's why SW6 is begging for this trophy listing, isn't it? Because no one wants to see that. But in all honesty, if you ask me like who I think is winning the league, I'm gonna tell you my favorite track on Carter 3 is 3P. Yeah, that's what we're seeing this year. That's what we're seeing. Yeah, we're seeing the 3P. It's going right back to City. I think they've added Calvin Phillips into that squad, who's gonna take some time, but he'll get used to it. They've added Haaland. They've added Alvarez. I think they're going to be better than they were last season. I genuinely do. I don't see anyone coming close to them, and I think they win it by points this time, not even by one.
Yeah.
Okay. Adrian, you're the only one who hasn't gone yet. So, Adrian, what are you saying?
Oh, I haven't gone yet because I'm almost split down the middle. I think last season I had a genuine belief that Liverpool would win the league, but I agree with Oscar. I think City have gone stronger. I think Erling Haaland is a game changer. Whether we like it or not, that's a 25 goal a season striker. You put him in this, put him in the City side, and I think someone that's going to benefit from that is Grealish, quality player. Yeah, I got onto him last season because of the price tag and agendas. But in my opinion, and I know when I said this, I wasn't trying to take the mick or anything like that. Genuinely, I felt last season he had an awarding season wherein he was doing stuff. He was taking the ball into the box. He was taking the ball into promising areas. And I don't think there was that certified killer up top to finish off some of the food he was whipping up. So I expect Grealish to have an amazing season. And also, under Pep, normally look at Bernardo Silva. Like, you don't hit the ground running in season one. For whatever reason, it takes a time just to learn Pep, just to be under his tutelage to actually start performing for him the next season. I think even did Morris even have a great first season? So for me, I'm really scared. I'm really scared of the City side. I think Calvin Phillips is an excellent signing. He fortifies our midfield as well. Because let's be honest, like Fernandinho was over the hill, like respectfully. So having a quality backup like that is insane in my opinion. And I think defensively, I think City's defense is something that doesn't get enough credit. They are really strong defensive outfit. I know sometimes.
Say that one more time.
But the City are solid. But I know sometimes Edison has moments of madness and Kyle Walker has moments of madness and Diaz is like a slapper sometimes. Fine, I hear that. But that Man City defense is going to be hard to break down for most teams in the league. So I actually think Man City coming into the season are stronger. But then and if I'm being perfectly honest, I can't guarantee Liverpool have made as much as an improvement. Diaz is relatively unknown. Nunez, yeah. And in that midfield, because bro, Thiago's only played 30 games in the season once in his whole life. The guy's 31. So I can't. So and in my opinion, and I sound like a boring record, if Thiago's fit all season, Liverpool win the league. Guess what? Thiago's never been fit all season. So I'm really tempted to say I think City do a 3P. Unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah, I think City win the league next season.
Okay, so I'm just literally writing down all of your predictions right now. What I want from each of you now is to name who will be second, third, and fourth. So say the three teams and then give your explanation as to why. So David, we'll start with you. You obviously put City as the league winners. Who do you think's making the top four beneath them?
Liverpool, Chelsea, and Tottenham.
Okay. Any reason why you haven't got Arsenal and United in there?
I don't think we'll improve enough to overtake the teams that finished above us. Yeah. Arsenal is the same thing. Injuries, one injury, and it's a whole mess up.
Yeah.
United, I don't know. It's just you ain't got a good enough midfield, I think. And yeah, I think Conte will just squeeze that. Yeah, you're just looking at the strength of depth in the other squads. Chelsea will be Chelsea. They'll be up and down, but they'll be comfortably third.
Yeah.
I don't think any signings we've made have. Yeah.
Assad agrees with you 100%. He's gone for your exact lineup: City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham. Interesting. Adrian, I'm coming to you next. What are you saying? Who's second, third, and fourth?
Liverpool, I think I'm hoping anyway. I think we'll comfortably be, within the top 2 best teams in the league. I think this could blow up in my face, and normally I would never ever put faith in this team, but I'll put faith in their manager, and I think Antonio Conte is going to get Spurs third. I think the business has been smart. I think Bissouma is an excellent bit of business. I think Perisic has something to offer as well. And if I'm being honest, I hate this guy on a personal level. But I think he's a really, really good player. And I think adding Richarlison to that side is because for a lot of years, Spurs' problem has been is Harry Kane or bust, or is Son and busts. But now you look at it and it's hanging a minute. All of a sudden, you've got Harry Kane, you've got Kulusevski, really, really good player who I'm expecting things from. You've obviously still got Son there. You add Richarlison, and I think they're looking at Memphis Depay maybe or someone like that. And then in my opinion, Conte, give him what he wants. Give him a number 9, he'll make it work. I saw Ben Davis defending well. I'm like, what in God's green earth is going on here? And then fourth, from going Chelsea. And the funny thing is, I expect Arsenal to have a good season, and I actually expect Arsenal to get more than 70 points. But I expect Spurs and Chelsea to get more points than them, unfortunately, over the course of the season. And plus, I wouldn't write out United as well. I genuinely think United have something to say in this top 4 race. Like I genuinely see 6 teams having really, really good seasons. But it never ever happens, does it? Somebody's always going to let us down.
Okay. Next on my list is Robin. What are you telling me?
This is why I said I'm going to be a bit wild. I agree that it's going to be very, very tight. And so I think second place, and I think it's just going to be points between 3rd to 6th, like literally like 3 to 5 points. I think second will be Liverpool. I think I agree with Adrian that Spurs will be 3rd. And I look at the other lot, and it's maybe just I think Arsenal might do it, I think they might sneak in. And the reason is because I feel like Chelsea, I don't know about you guys. Like, I look at the season, I look at the problems they're going through. Oh, what's up? Am I here? Am I around?
You cut out just a little bit there, but you're back now. You're back.
Yeah, 4th. I genuinely think 3rd. I think 3rd is also kind of a toss-up too. But I'm going to say I think Arsenal might do it. Pending if they drop Europa League or not. But yeah, I think United do have a say. I agree with Adrian as well. But it is a wait and see. I don't know what Ten Hag's going to do. I just got to believe the guy that he can bring it through. And Chelsea, I think, will finish 5th this season.
Wow. In fact, that's an interesting point. Let me read some of the comments, because obviously everybody's giving their predictions in there. I'm gonna write down the commenters' predictions so that when we come to the end of the season, I will bring that back and run it back on your head tops. Endo said City in 1st place, Liverpool 2nd, Chelsea 3rd, Spurs 4th. He doesn't get the Spurs hype. Do you know who else doesn't get the Spurs hype? Peter. He says, "Don't fall for it, guys. I tell you all the time."
No.
He's gone for City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester United. Wow, United in the top 4.
They can make it. I genuinely believe they can. It's just, it is a wait and see. Wait and see for this actual change.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, Endo's not feeling that United chat at all. Lola says City, Liverpool, Spurs, Chelsea. That's pretty much similar to how Adrian has put it, the exact same way. Manny has come and said Liverpool win the league. Wow, Manny's the first commentator to have Liverpool winning the league. He says City, Chelsea, and then Arsenal in the top 4. Peter saying don't sleep on Chelsea. Baraka saying Chelsea are in limbo at the moment. It depends what move we do before the window closes. I 100% agree. The next couple of Chelsea signings are very, very key for me about where they feature in this league. It's a big one. So he's gone for City, Liverpool, Chelsea, and Tottenham. Ernest, you've got Liverpool winning the league. Who's coming second, third, and fourth?
So yeah, I think it'll be a very, very close second for City. And again, guys, I hope I'm right. And then third place, I put Spurs. And for me, the only justification for the Spurs hype is Conte. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Also, Chelsea and Arsenal do not want Conte to not be in the last 16 in the Champions League. If all Conte has to focus on is, because he's not a cup man in my opinion, yeah. If all he has to focus on is the Prem, it's very long. It's a long second half, in my opinion. The guy has the ability, and I think he's building a team strictly for pure, distilled, undiluted counter-attack.
Yeah.
Pure. That's what he's building on. And I personally think he's got the tools to do it. Personally, I think he's got the tools to do it.
The way you describe them is scary.
Say that again?
The way you describe Tottenham is scary. Like the counter-attack team, the threat, like the Kulusevski son came running.
That's what it is. That's all it is.
In the big games as well.
Because I don't rate Richarlison. You lot know how I feel about the brother, but it's not him. It's his manager. It's the same way as Gabriel Jesus. Not the biggest fan. I think he's a decent player. I don't think he's a great number 9, but it's the manager you put faith in. Zinchenko, I didn't know so many people rated this guy. Out of the blue, man, I'll tell you how good he is.
Apparently, he's amazing, isn't he?
Yeah.
But
you know how it is. You sign for Arsenal, and all of a sudden,
30 million is a steal. Oh, steal of the century.
But for me, the only confidence, because when I ask Arsenal fans, why they rate Zinchenko, I'm like, all I hear is, he's a great attacking threat. What does that mean? You see what I'm saying? Like, what do these words mean? So again, I'm not. Aaron Ramsey just signed for Nice. Okay, cool. So again, the confidence you should have as an Arsenal fan is that Arteta knows him. It's the same for Conte. Is that these players, Perisic is I think 31. Kulusevski had a good for me, he had a better 6 months on paper than Luis Diaz. They both came in January, and this guy was like, I think he did is it 11 goals and assists in the first 6 months? Like he was cooking. You see what I'm saying?
Bentancur as well was really, really good. Actually,
Bentancur,
he had a couple funny games, but generally he was good as well.
Yeah, he had he's done okay with the players he has. So the confidence I have in Tottenham is not the players, it's Conte. Conte won the league with Victor Moses at right back. People need to remember this.
Did you see that defense? Alonso left back.
Come on, man. Peter looks like he's angry.
Hey, the king has arrived.
Before we, Ernest, can you just reconfirm to me your top 4?
So Liverpool, City, Spurs. Chelsea's the one that I'm a bit like, who, because I don't know, but yeah, I think they'll get it over the line.
Okay, Peter, you've just arrived in the top 4 prediction time. Talk to me. You've been talking in the comments just now. Tell me what you're saying. You said is Ernest sleeping on the Pep?
Oh, man, guys, huh? The thing is, I thought I'd enjoy the stream. You know what I mean? I thought I'd watch it, see what the men them are saying. You know what I'm saying? And then I heard blasphemous talk.
Back God, Mago.
You're fraudulent talk, bro. First and foremost, guys, yeah? I haven't been watching the whole stream entirely. Obviously, you made a few points, right? But, guys, huh? When are you guys going to learn about this Tottenham Hotspur? When are you going to learn? Because you know what I'm done. You know what I am. I'm fed up of coming on year out. Whenever Spurs look saucy, look like they're about to do some bits, right? And I tell you, with them, they are allergic to frigging prosperity. They don't do anything, right? And yes, Conte, I totally get it. He's not the second coming. Let's be very clear. He's managing Tottenham Hotspur on 2 occasions last year. He's asked the team to sack him. This is a man who can blow his top off at any minute. Let me tell you, if you think we will see this man in 2023 in a Spurs attire, you must be bluffing. You must be bluffing, because this is the truth of the matter. He will not make it to May, not because he will get the sack necessarily. It could either be the sack, the grenade. Something is going to go off. Daniel Levy and Antonio Conte, guys. It's only when that pairing, that relationship ends, everybody will be wise and say, "Yeah, it was never going to happen. It's not going to work out. It was never going to work out." A la Jose Mourinho and Daniel Levy, right? So it's one of them ones where you're like, okay, so I'm going to leave them to the side. They're not making the top 4. They're not. It's the fact that you lot are saying third, like fourth. I can understand. I can comprehend. They finished 4th last year and whatnot, but third. Like, whoa, what is going on here?
Chelsea have a 38-year-old Thiago Silva who's not going to be available for most of the season.
Top 5 in the league still.
And Koulibaly's just come.
Chelsea are ever present, Ernest. Chelsea fans shouldn't even be worried. Too tough. They will do better than people expect them to be. They'll be fine.
With who up top?
I don't know who they're going to get up top. The window's not closed.
RS7, baby.
The window RS7. I say it's 17. I say it's RS17.
Yeah, I think he's gonna wear 17 still.
Who knows? Maybe they buy Ronaldo at the end of the season, the end of the window. Yeah, I don't know, right? But Chelsea, I think, will be fine. Manchester United, I think, again, they had a horrible year last year, and I think that's what they're going to come back to size. I know there's usually always a team that's always going to flop. They're going to do the same and whatnot. Say again.
But how?
I mean, look,
I thought this was 0 last year.
Yeah, but the year before that, you finished second. Whether or not we want to take that into consideration is another matter. United finishing out of the top 4. How often is it happening in the last 5 years? As much as United don't necessarily win a lot, we can still say, do you know what? They're still amongst the top 4, like they usually are. I think last year it was a disaster. Last year, it wasn't just a bad season. United actually went through the mud last year. When you concede 4 goals away at Watford, guys, we cannot compare the season to normal Man United years, right? It's a different thing. So Manchester United for me are going to be back in that top 4 because they've got the quality of players for sure. They've got quality of players there that are better than, for example, Spurs, that are better than Arsenal's, right? So when I look at the squad on paper, they are the 4th best team in the league. Do you catch my drift? So that's how I'm looking at it with those guys. So that's my top 4. I think City, I mean, man, they buy Haaland and men are predicting them to be second. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know. I'm loving the battle. I'm loving the battle between Liverpool and City because it will be there.
Ain't no battle.
There's a battle for sure. At the end of the day, you see Klopp, bro. He's a Don guy, bro. He's a Don guy. So he'll still be around. Darwin Nunez is gonna grow as the season goes on. I think we will get some good contributions.
Yeah.
And in the same way, Haaland's gonna grow as well at Man City. So they're gonna go toe to toe. I swear down though, if Man City lose Cucurella to Chelsea, bloody hell. I don't even know why Chelsea are going there in the first place. Good player, but Chelsea's got other needs at the moment.
You got like 2 left wing backs already.
Well, you know what I'm saying. So
yeah, but we've got 2 that need to go. Like we've got to get rid of them.
Chilwell?
No, we've got Alonso, we've got Emerson that just need to get out.
Chilwell should start, and Alonso should be the backup.
Alonso should not play for Chelsea again.
I mean, all right. I feel like it's fire.
Yeah, personally.
No, there isn't other things to throw. Chelsea stay.
Is this a mackerel?
Oh, it's a full battered cod. I don't know what's going on here. we are talking about this.
Oscar, I do think you need a striker more than you need to get another left back, though.
Striker.
We're not. First of all, we're not signing a striker. It's not priority. It's not on the list. It's not.
So you're bringing in Sterling. So you're bringing in Sterling to play as what, the focal point of your attack, or at least what with Havertz.
Thomas Tuchel said in an interview that Sterling can play on the left, he can play on the right, he can play as a striker.
So is Kai Havertz, Sterling, and who?
Options.
And Armando Broja. But Todd Bowley has assured us that Thomas Tuchel is getting the players that he wants this year. It's all him. It's all he's making these decisions. So
Chelsea will buy a striker.
Chelsea not buying a striker this window. And the reason I can understand the Cucurella situation is because the way that Chelsea play under Thomas Tuchel is we heavily rely on our wingbacks. Heavily. The fact that we had to rely on Azpilicueta and Marcos Alonso last season, it crippled our team in ways you could not imagine.
You're right.
When Reece James was injured and Chilwell was injured, obviously people remember those two for the goals that they scored. But what they possess in build-up play, what they possess in keeping the ball and allowing us to progress out from the wings, attacking their own fullbacks going forward, and then being able to defend coming back, bro, Aspi cannot do it. Alonso cannot do it. That's why I'm begging Barcelona to sign these players and take them off our hands so we don't have to rely on them anymore. And yeah, so signing another fullback, I don't mind.
That actually makes sense. Plus, Chilwell's coming back from an ACL as well, so who knows how long it's going to take him to get up to speed. So actually, you know what? Thinking about it,
whilst I agree there are bigger fish to fry in this team, wing back is still a big position for Chelsea, and this is why we were trying to get Rafinha and telling him that he's going to play there and all these other things. But yeah, so
costing you?
Well, they're talking about 50 million. So Peter, your four is City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester United.
Yes,
that's where you're going. All right, Oscar is
all right. Dwayne Johnson.
Look at this guy. City to win the league, Liverpool to finish second, Chelsea Football Club to somehow scrape their way into third position, and sorry, Peter, you made a very, very convincing case, but I'm gonna have to put Tottenham Hotspur in fourth place. That is my that's my top four. I am very concerned with Chelsea at the moment. I don't know how we're going to score goals this season, but I do think our bidding is not done. I think we're going to have another centre back coming. I think. Oh,
now I was saying that the transfer window could help anyone at any point now, can change the position. So it's weird. I'm only going off by now. Who knows what happens in the next 3 weeks?
Question. How many of you, man, have got Chelsea out of the top four?
Let me count. So, Robin has Chelsea out of the top four. And that's it. Everyone has Chelsea in, including Baraka, including Lola, including Assad. I haven't written down Endo's ones. Everyone has Chelsea in there. Even Endo, Endo has Chelsea in there. So what? David, AD, Ernest, they've all got Chelsea in their top four. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So So those are our top four predictions. Obviously, we'll be coming back to this. We'll be moving in and seeing what's going to happen throughout the season. All right, let's get into the fun ones quickly. Who's the first manager to be sacked?
Frank Lampard. Next. Get him the hell out of it.
Yeah.
I don't know if AD's done his analog yet, or he does every season about Everton Football Club, but they're a frigging disgrace. They lost 4-0 to Minnesota United. Who the hell are they? Who the hell are they? I know you can talk about preseason all you want, guys. You can talk about them all you want. They got beat by Arsenal. They got beat by Minnesota. I don't give it. The MLS, no player. No club in the MLS should ever beat a European football side. It's unacceptable. It's not acceptable at all. He needs to go. Listen, the faster
it happened to another team as well.
Talk to me.
It happened to another team as well. But I'm not going to say too much. I'm just going to observe.
Who's that?
They're saying
no. Let's carry on, Peter. Carry on.
What shootouts?
West London Blue got beaten by a couple surfers.
Bro, West London Blue got beaten by a team, where I looked at the abbreviation and I couldn't tell you what state they were from. I couldn't tell you. I don't find out it's what was it? Columbus.
We got beat by the Hornets, Charlotte.
Oh, was it Charlotte? Oh,
Yeah.
bloody hell. Yeah, anyway. Mr. Frank Lampard. And you know what? Everton Football Club is one of those clubs. You see like people like Derby, Sheffield Wednesday, Sunderland, Wigan. Them men have had their points deducted, yeah? We need to do that to Everton. At some stage, just give them -12 and get them the flip out of here. Because I'm sick to death of that football club. It's a football club that I always used to like. A team I used to talk about, one of the best away grounds to go to. I've always liked Everton. They've been ever present in the Premier League. It's time for you to get the step in. Get the hell out of the Premier League. You do not deserve to be in the Premier League. And the sooner they sack Frank Lampard, it might be the better for them. But at the end of the day, I don't know, man. I'm fed up with them so much that I want them gone. Who are they were linked with this week? They got linked with
they signed Dwight McNeil. They're linked with Ross Barkley and Michy Batshuayi. It's bad.
But Batshuayi.
Dwight McNeil's a decent signing.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a Premier League level player.
Is he?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
If that's the case.
Pete, last season they were playing Joe Kenny at left back. Who is Joe Kenny?
And my point is this.
Answer Andy's question. He said who? Answer.
First of all, Joe Kenny had a loan spell at Schalke.
Schalke, come on.
Not all that, but I get you.
Heir apparent to Seamus Coleman.
I get your point. My thing is, if you have got Seamus, if you've got John Joe Kelly in there, then Dwight McNeil is the answer.
He's a decent player. Like I think Dwight McNeil's actually good.
I heard they got linked again with Idrissa Gueye. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's another good player.
I saw that. Poor man's Kante.
Oscar, they signed
do you think Everton are going to play 5 at the back?
Look. Probably.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I don't think McNeil's a winger.
He's more of a wing back. I agree with that.
No, he's like a left midfielder, and 4-4-2 don't exist no more. So I don't know.
Man said he's a 90s baller, yeah.
He's a 90s baller, bro.
Look, the issue for me, the issue with Lampard with Everton is not the player. It's not the players that they're signing. It's what can Lampard do? Like, is Lampard the manager to work with that kind of squad? No. So I don't think Dwight McNeil is a bad player. I don't think that's the hill to die on here. It's the fact that Frank Lampard's not capable of getting them in the top half or getting them anywhere decent.
Frank Lampard needs to get the hell out of here. Simple as.
Okay, so Robin, is that your vote for the first sacking as well? Is it Lampard?
It'll be Frank Lampard followed by Steven Gerrard.
Okay, so yours is Lampard. All right, Adrian, who's the first one going?
I'm going Bruno Lage.
Get in!
What?
Get in!
Peter, they fell off a cliff towards the end of last season.
Let's have it.
Playing goddamn awful football. And I learned this because of fantasy football. Raul Jimenez is going to miss the first few weeks of the season. Who's going to play up front for them? Who's going to score the goals? It could be too little, too late by the time he gets back in. If he refuses and he continues to deny my boy Adama, then I don't know for him no more. Adama started last season like a house on fire. There was one time he was fisting up Man United by himself. He made like 6 dribbles that game. There's one time he left Fred in the favela. He did. So I look at it, and I think Wolves play crap football.
Yes.
Who did they sell? I think they sold as a Roman Size as well. They've replaced them with some
Roman Size is gone,
bro. They replaced him with a championship guy. Some is his name Nathan Collins. Who the hell is he? He might turn out to be good. I genuinely don't know who he is. Yeah, man. I think Wolves in a precarious position. I think they may potentially have a bad start to the season.
Do you know what Wolverhampton Wanderers are? Yeah,
that'll cost him his job.
They're that person in the class that if you pick on him, you're just a bully. Wolves should not be in this conversation. They finished 10th place last year with players that they barely even had. They finished 5 points behind West Ham United, who we would argue had a tremendous season last year. What on earth are we talking about?
I'd be interested to see a 2022 table of Wolverhampton Wanderers. I'd be very interested.
That'd be interesting.
What? A 2020 what, sorry?
A 2022 table of Wolves. That'd be really interesting.
That's them kind of tables where Arsenal win the league, isn't it?
Yeah, Arsenal win the league. Newcastle are third. United are like 12, but yeah, they're no tables.
Them tables there. Don't act like you ain't spread that propaganda before. So Adrian is saying that at some point in the season we'll be downgrading him to Bruno medium, as I've been calling for ages now.
Bruno small.
David, David, who are you voting for to be? Or who do you think will be voted off the island? What am I talking about? Who will be sacked first?
Well, the island of relevancy.
It will be the Ralph.
Yes, that's my pick, bro. I'm with him. That's my pick. Explain, David.
That's an amazing shout.
Explain. That's my pick, bro.
There's no explanation needed, bro. If he goes on the same run that he had last season, hey.
The facts that he went on the run last season and he's still here, I gave up. I said, okay, I'm not making that mistake.
He's going into this window. He signed Aribo. Who else has he signed?
Kids.
They lost 9-0 twice, yeah?
They lost 9-0 twice. They signed a man who's got 6 goals in the SPL. That means what? 2 goals in the Premier League? Come on, man. What we doing?
1.5. Yeah, they signed the kid from Man City. He's only ever played under 23 games.
Guys, they only won 9 games last season, bro.
9
games.
9.
He shouldn't be here. Why is he still here?
9 games, bro.
9. That's mad, you know.
Only Burnley won 7, Watford and Norwich 6 and 5. You won 9.
Okay. Ernest, who is the manager that will be sacked first this season?
So I want to go with Lampard, yeah. But for the sake of agenda, I want to add Steven Gerrard to the table. Because I just I despise with all my heart the level of gas that this guy received when he first came here. Like,
I beg your pardon. He's a league winner. He is.
Who?
Okay, certain man are moving the head forwards, but your manager came from where? But okay. If you want to dismiss, let's dismiss it all. None of it outside the top 5 league matters anymore. Fine. That's the game we want to play. Fine.
Wait.
I just Steven Gerrard just won a league title. And they're leaning forwards.
Fine. Adrian, you see you, yeah? Do you know what I like about you?
What's that?
You like to have bias towards people that you have sentiment towards, yeah? And then you just like expose yourself even further.
But I just said a fact.
Steven Gerrard is a flipping Liverpool legend who's managing at Aston Villa. What the hell does his Rangers trophy have to do with me wanting him out?
I'm just saying he's elite. Like,
what are you just saying? Why are you starting, bro?
Because you said, I can't remember. You said something to the effect of like, you don't understand why he's got this hype or whatever. I said he's won a league title,
bro. So he's got the hype at Villa because he won the league title at Rangers. This is what we're doing.
Yo, Ernest, your mate David Brent got the hype when he won the league title.
Bro, Coutinho plays for Aston Villa.
But the top 4.
Ernest, Coutinho plays for Aston Villa, bro.
We weren't talking about David Brent, needing to lead the league, did we? We're talking about Steven Gerrard here. What are we doing, guys?
No, he's a winner. That holds weight. That holds weight in my opinion.
I couldn't care less.
That couldn't care less.
No, but Ernest, what about his pool? What about his pool?
His pool.
Bro, Boubacar Kamara, Coutinho. Is that Aston Villa, bro? Coutinho.
He played with Coutinho.
Yeah, he pulled him. That's a £142 million player once upon a time.
He played with Coutinho.
Yeah.
So how's that Paul?
Of course it's Paul.
He played with him.
But if Gerrard wasn't there, he wouldn't have come.
Yeah, but isn't that the point? Isn't that more of the point though? Because Gerrard has to make these players work. You're able to attract big players, so we expect big things, no?
What's big things? Hang on, wait. What's big things for Aston Villa? Let me hear that.
Aston Villa should be having top
10. Top 10 still.
Top 10.
What?
Top 10 reaching your conference. Yeah, they should be reaching conference at best. They should be reaching conference at best.
Robinho.
At best.
No,
at
but
best.
Pete, wait. They were
Because
telling
they've got to
me
put the hype.
that because he's won the league at Rangers, these are the expectations.
Yeah.
Listen, I heard European football coming out of Villa Park. Are we frigging sure?
This is top 10.
Yeah,
Top 10? Top 10's
Nah.
calm. Top 10's calm. Top 10's calm.
Nah.
It depends how he loses it. It depends how he loses
Hold on. All I want to know from Adrian, yeah. You see, if Klopp was to go today,
Yeah.
does the
No
Rangers
chance.
trophy
No chance.
go to? Why?
Yeah, he's not good enough to manage Liverpool, bro.
Oh, he's not good enough. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's as simple as that. He's not good enough.
Oh, okay.
But you won the league.
You know, but Robin, this is what he's telling me. You want to league at Rangers?
Yeah.
Man, telling me about. Someone told me about David Brent. We didn't break out David Brent.
Ooh, speaking of sacking, by the way, or walking.
Oh, he's walking. This one's walking.
Walking.
He's walking. If Newcastle tap that 50 million on Maddison, yeah, he's walking. Kasper Schmeichel's is on his bike as well, isn't he? He's gone
in it. Yeah.
He's in front. I suppose he's in France as we speak.
If he leaves the football club, that something has gone on. Don't ignore that transfer. Do not ignore that Kasper Schmeichel transfer. Something has kicked off at Leicester City. I'm just saying. No, for real. This guy's been there like for a decade, over a decade. He's
Won a Prem?
He's probably Mr. Leicester alongside Vardy.
Do you know how crazy that is? Yeah, you got to think about it. This guy's played for bare clubs in his career, and yet Leicester is the standout. If he leaves for Nice, guys, for Nice, tell me what the ball in Nice is. Tell me.
I mean, it might be nice.
Hey, it'd be very nice.
Listen, Ernest, when you're a goalkeeper,
Yeah, them beaches. Yeah, them beaches. He wanted southern France. Them beaches are nice.
When you're a goalkeeper, of a certain age, and you're playing in the Premier League week in, week out, and you're going to trade for the.
You know what? If what's his name? Schmeichel is his departure is permanent, and Maddison leaving. Those are two of the most important players. Yeah, in terms of like the top 5 at Leicester. If the two of them leave, they know something about Brendan Rodgers that we don't. So yeah, man.
Ernest, he showed Memphis Depay his bench press. Like we don't have to say anymore.
110, man, I do one rep.
Wait, say that again.
When
you
Memphis
not remember?
Depay, before he joined Manchester United, was linked with Liverpool, Brendan Rodgers took him into his house. He took him downstairs where there's a massive picture of himself. First of all, there's a big, massive graphic of himself, and he's got weights. So obviously, my man's a resistance trainer, yeah? Then he asks him, how much can you bench? Brendan Rodgers takes to the stack, yeah? Lifts some heavyweight, like some mad thing. He pushed a mad thing, I'm not going to lie.
And then what did he say? What did he say?
It's Simeon Panda, you know?
Bro, this guy...
I swear he
Freaking forget Uncle Leon.
I think he said to Memphis, it's like, I need you to bench more than me if you want to play at Liverpool.
Can I be honest with you, man?
Remember that Liverpool side as well that he was trying to get linked with, right? It wasn't Liverpool that we came to accustom in 2014. This was before that, where Liverpool were in the limbo of limbos, right? My man benched a heavy weight. He was Hulk Hogan and asked the guy, can you bench more than me? You can't be at Liverpool Football Club.
No, but Peter, in fairness, yeah. Memphis Depay has got some size on him. He's got his tats and whatnot. If a 43-year-old Brendan Rodgers is benching more than him, hang on a minute. Are you physically capable to do what I need you to do? But anyway, Brendan's got some timber on him as well. You know, like he's not friggin'. Is it Sampaoli? There's a bold, hench midfielder and manager.
It's facts. I'm not gonna lie. That's facts.
It's factual still.
It's facts. But bro,
I can't be benching more than you. You're in your prime, my bro.
What are we doing?
Can I get confirmation, Ernest? Was that Gerrard that you're going with, or is it Lampard?
I'm going for Lampard, but I'm gonna keep Gerrard on the bench.
I'll be real. Lampard's a safe bet. You know what I mean? If you're putting money down, and you said Lampard, I wouldn't tell you to move your money. You know what I mean?
And all jokes aside as well, like Gerrard didn't move the needle like at Villa at the end of last season. Like he
didn't, yeah?
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He didn't.
Okay.
No, he didn't. It was dead. Like,
but
good.
But that SPL though,
But the SPL holds some weight. You know what I mean?
SPL.
He called Coutinho. He called Kamara. He called the Sevilla centre half. You know what I mean? Plays soccer.
That's not Conde, by the way.
Not Conde,
Okay.
not Jules. The other one.
No, Diego Carlos. You know what I mean, man?
That's a big signing, by the way. And dropping Tyrone Mings and giving John McGinn captaincy, big nuts. I hear that. I'm all for that pressure.
Big
By the way,
that's all he's got, though. That's all he's got. All he's got is to stare at the Everton fans, the big cojones. How about some tactics, bro?
And a long
How about some triangles, man? Give me something. Give me something.
Triangles.
Yeah.
All right, man, then we've been going for 2 hours 25.
We have. I've got 3 more questions to go. I need quick answers. I don't need long deliberations. Okay. Every single person here, think. We're gonna go to Peter first. Who needs to step up this season? We asked this question last year. A player. We asked this question last year, and it gave some interesting answers. Who needs to up their Viva? Is this club specific, Peter? This question.
It was both. I think we did club and we did player. And it was from your own club.
It's for your own club, yeah. It's for your own club.
No, because we asked which players need to rise. That was like, I need you to rise.
Yeah.
I said, Ayomi, bruh.
Yeah, no, 100. Peter, Arsenal Football Club. Come on, let's make it
J9,
snappy.
bro.
So for the Arsenal,
J9, bro.
How can it be J9? He just arrived.
Nah.
Yeah, he needs to deliver.
Can I tell you something, David? Newsflash. He's our best player.
Yeah,
He's our best
Are you
player.
being serious?
Are you being serious? Have you watched have you seen our squad? Look at our team. Who's the best player in our team, David? Who's the best player in our team, David? I need you to say it with your chest because I'm going to ask you at the end of the season again. Who is the best player in our team, David?
So you're saying Gabriel Jesus is our best player?
Question.
No,
My question
you're saying Jesus is our best player.
For Arsenal Football Club.
You said, hey,
Mate.
don't get in my face, blood. Are you mad, blood?
Player at the football club. Who's the best football player at the club?
Bro, it's Saka, bro.
Oh, you're lucky, Peter Froze. You're lucky, Peter Froze. You're lucky.
Is man jumping into the screen? What's going on?
I don't know what is happening there. He froze it. It's an uncompromising position. Lola said Jesus isn't Arsenal's best player.
I can't lie. I think he is.
Lola, tell us who he is. Tell us who he is. I don't understand. Let me remove this guy from the screen because I don't know what's going on here. He's just frozen completely. Yeah, Endo said Peter's like that teacher who gets angry when you ask them for help. That's exactly Peter. Oh my goodness.
Saka's our best player, bro. J9 needs to step up, bro.
I agree. I've missed it. So David, you're actually saying J9, yeah?
Yeah. He needs to prove himself, bro.
We'll hear from Peter when he comes back.
I've already seen what Martinelli can do. I've already seen Smith Rowe.
But don't you think Martinelli needs to rise? Don't you think we need to be seeing the figures closer to double figures in the league? He didn't score enough for me last season. Don't you, come on, man. You got a lot of players. You got a lot of players there
but it's J9.
I think this is a good shout, though.
I said J9.
I just think it's harsh. He just arrived.
He needs to deliver. He can't coast for it, yeah?
Lola says the best player is Odegaard. Fair enough, David. You've made your decision. Adrian, who needs to rise at Liverpool Football Club?
Slightly different to David's take. I'm going for Curtis Jones. I think he's at a crossroads now where Balotelli, where it was like Balotelli was the golden boy and he was 18 and you can accept his BS because he's young. And then you see, well, hang on a minute, Coutinho's here. Goats is here, Lukaku's here, and all of a sudden you're not that young anymore, you're not that cute anymore. There's people younger and cuter. Obviously, we've got Elliot, we've got Carvalho now. So I think for me, Curtis Jones needs to lay a claim and he needs to say, look, I'm here. You're good. And I think for Curtis Jones, he needs to say, look, I'm here. I don't play for Liverpool because I'm Scouse. I play for Liverpool because I'm a bloody good footballer. That's what I want to see from Curtis Jones. I think I like his frame. I think for me he needs to be a lot more physical. I understand he's young and he's going into it, but he's big for midfielder. He's 6'1". I don't think he puts himself about enough. And I think I'm not. Before you flog him, I'm not comparing him to Ronaldinho. But Ronaldinho, he was skillful, yeah. But to move Ronaldinho off the ball was a myth. I think Curtis Jones can hopefully start to add that to his game as well and be a good ball carrier. I think there was a stat where he had Liverpool's highest pass completion as a midfielder. That's poor. You're an attacking midfielder. So that says to me he's playing within himself. He's not confident. He's not expressive. So I want to see a lot more from him. And I don't want to say it's do or die for him because he's only 21, but Jurgen Klopp has shown that he's not afraid to play youngsters, and he gave Harvey Elliott, who's 2 years younger than him, by the way, an opportunity right off the bat to come and start. And to be fair, when Harvey Elliott broke his leg, I think he had like a weird eye injury, Jones, so he missed time for football as well. But look, the pathway is there. Klopp is saying, you know what? If you're good enough, you're old enough, I'll play you. So Curtis Jones, I need to see something from you, especially because Thiago doesn't play all the time, and if Thiago's not playing, we're not going to win the league unless Curtis Jones rises. So I need it.
That's a fair shout. I don't think anyone would actually disagree with that one, and it's not one where you're going to look wild at the end of the season because it's fair. He has to show up. Robin, Manchester United, who needs to rise?
It's fairly simple. We've had 3 managers not trust this guy. This guy has gone on loan, and now his boy has come to the club. And I need to see something from him. He's had a very topsy-turvy preseason. Sometimes play very, very good, and sometimes it's not. I need Donny van der Beek to rise because this is pretty much his last chance. With all the managers that have put him through, he's got the one that played him in the Champions League, the one that trusted him the most. And if he's not getting through the fodder that is still at the back, not even the number 6 role.
I personally think he's done at United.
Raw.
I need to see it. I need to see
under
it.
Ten Hag.
Well, Bruno has just signed a new contract. He's top 3 highest earners at the club. If Frankie de Jong comes in, plus Eriksen, and one of Fred and McTominay, who will start, by the way, who is getting benched?
Oh, that's yeah.
Donny
Do you
van
not
der
think?
Beek is a victim of poor recruitment. It is not his fault, but he will not get paid.
Do you not think the 5 sub rule will mean that he will have more of an impact?
He will play, but Donny van der Beek has been at this club for 2 years, and he hasn't secured a starting position. He will play, but he won't start.
Man is saying he's a hologram. That's crazy,
bro. And the thing is, from what I've seen, because my whole argument with Donny van der Beek was, I need to see enough to know if he's bad or not. We've not been given the chance to see if he's a bad player. So you can't say he's dead. You can't also say he's great.
Yeah, you can't say he's good either.
He's good either. But with Donny, I don't think with the midfield reinforcements he's going to start. And I really want to be wrong. Because for me, from an aesthetic perspective, he's slower. He plays like he's got all the time in the world. And I think sometimes the game passes him by a bit. I think he's really good technically, really good technical ability. But boy, I don't know. I don't see it. I really want him to, but I don't see him starting.
Okay. I don't see him starting, but even when he's come on, the points that you made is very clear. Like he takes too much time. Like it's slow.
Manchester United midfield is Chernobyl. Yeah, we need midfield like options. If you've been available since you were 23 or 25 now, and you still cannot start, coming off the bench should not be an option for you. You need to be demanding to start. If not, you need to cut. And I don't blame him. He's a victim. He shouldn't have been here. He's a victim of poor recruitment. He shouldn't have been here. We're signing all these players, and we're still trying to sign more midfielders. What does that say about you? Matic and Pogba and Mata are gone, and we're still looking for people to replace certain positions and not using you to fill any one of them. You're not starting, bro.
Yeah. Now, when you put it like that, like it's very telling. And what Robin is saying, it makes sense because if he has to claim one of those positions. He has to rise. He has to claim it.
I had a client who went to America for a month. Before I trimmed him, we were chasing Frankie de Jong. He's come back. We're still chasing Frankie de Jong.
Well, you hooked him up though, yeah?
Donny van de Beek.
What did you give him?
He's a good football player. Donny van de Beek will not start for Man United. He won't.
So
and when I say good, I mean he's got the ability, but I'm not sure about the Premier League. I'm not sure. I hope I'm wrong.
Ernest, who is your pick for this thing? Is it Donny van de Beek as well, or people in?
It's not Donny van de Beek. I think we're looking at season 6 of my boy Anthony Martial.
Yeah,
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Listen,
What are we waiting for?
I don't say the Lord's name in vain. I promise you guys.
Don't.
What on earth is going on?
So what could I have? Who could I have said? I could have said Maguire. I could have said Scott McTominay. Thank you, SW6. I could have said Scott McTominay. I could have said Harry Maguire. Those two are irredeemable.
Yeah.
Do you remember? When,
that's unrepentant sin.
Do you remember when Christ was on the cross and he had the thief on the left of him and the thief on the right of him? The guy that was cussing Jesus is Scott McTominay and Maguire. No. Guys, I don't understand. So if you follow Marvel and the MCU, you know we're entering into the multiverse saga. There is no earth that Scott McTominay is a good footballer. There is no parallel.
What you saying? He's a Nexus being?
No, he's a Nexus being. He exists. He's a multiversal threat. He exists in all universes. And the prime Scott McTominay will never improve. Guys, he's 26 years old. And he starts at
27.
He's how old?
He's older than
He's nearly 27.
No.
He's nearly 27. He's nearly 27.
Yeah, he's older than Odegaard. He's older than Odegaard still.
Guys, his first season, he started under what manager? Jose Maria Felix Mourinho. So when I tell you guys,
I swear he won player of the year.
No, he didn't. Let's not make lies, Oscar. Yeah.
No.
Hang on, guys.
No.
Did Mourinho give him like an award? Like
Jose Mourinho made up. He made up that award.
He made up an award. Yeah.
Yo, Scott McTominay is older than Rob Holding.
Yes.
What?
No, he's not.
Yes.
Now Holden's 95. McTominay is 90.
Yes, he
Holding,
is. Yes, he is.
Huh?
Unbelievable, Jeff.
No, guys. When I
one more.
So Peter's angry because I haven't picked anyone else, and I'm like, guys, the people that I should pick are not worthy.
And this is right.
They tried to lift Thor's hammer, and they couldn't do it.
Man, like Mirad, yeah.
So my point is this: Anthony Martial, yes, we've waited and waited. And what's the song by Bob Marley? I don't wanna wait in vain for your love. This is it. I don't wanna wait in vain.
Ahead of his time, man.
But this is the scenario I'm pointing out to you guys. C. R. Kelly is 38 this year. Yeah. Anthony Martial is the second best striker we have at the club. Yeah. So this is the idea that I'm putting out to you guys. I sold my stock on Martial, by the way, but I will shamelessly buy them back. Shamelessly, yeah, because the guy's ability is elite. He of all the strikers we've had, only him and Ronaldo have finished top goal scorer for the club in all comps in the last 6 years. So I'm not saying that that's something that he should, celebrate, whatever. But the truth is this, guys. So long as Harry Maguire is in this team, Scott McTominay is in this team, we will concede goals. I have conceded the fact that we are going to concede goals where we shouldn't. Yeah. Where we can fix the problem is by scoring more. This season, Anthony Martial, if he can equal his tally during the COVID season of 17 in the league, if he can do 18, I'll be happy. 20, I'll be happy. Obviously, it's a stretch. But if Ten Hag can get him to score 15 and above, like 17, like I said, 17 to 20, that would be good enough for me. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't need you to be Golden Boot winner because, we haven't had a Golden Boot winner in our team in over 10 years. I don't think Van Persie won a Golden Boot with us. I might be wrong. Yeah. So we need a season. We need a season when, as long as Harry Maguire is conceding, we can at least pose a threat up top. Marcus Rashford mentally, I think he's a bit 50. I think physically he's gotten himself like pristine for the league. I just think it's still up here. Sancho looks like he's ready. Sancho looks like he's ready for this season. You see what I'm saying? So I'm looking at Martial like, my bro, if we can't rely on Marcus, if we can't rely on Mason, and Ronaldo's going to be crying every 2 minutes, I need you to be serious. Do you see what I'm saying? So yes, it's been, since Klopp first came, we've been waiting for Martial to cook. And he's done he's had 2 good seasons. The season that
microwave.
The season that Alexis Sanchez signed, and then the season that we did what's it called? The season that the COVID season. He needs a third season out of 7 for me to say, you know what, bro? Out of all the people that I could rely on, you pulled through. Cool. I ain't got a problem with that. So yes, I am not looking at all the other bums.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Anthony Martial because I can't rely on Marcus Rashford.
I think Ernest has answered the question properly because this isn't like this. I feel like this question is not for people that you have no hope for. It's for someone that you actually feel there's talent there, there's something there, but you need to prove it to me now. You need to show us.
A little bit. Just bust it down.
Can you just bust it? Auntie, please, just bust it there. Like Peter, you left when I asked you the question. You had a rant about Arsenal's best player, and then
by the way, for Man United, I wasn't even thinking of the bums, Ernest. Ironically, there's a name on the chat right there that I think he needs to have a good season this year. People think he will cook, fair enough, but I think he needs to rise up this season. Yeah, I think he does.
Not more than Anthony Martial.
Not more.
Well, Martial to me is the same case as the basket case of Maguire and the like that you mentioned earlier.
That's where I've
got him in. That's why I've got him in.
No. Do you know why it's unfair? I can't think of a good 4 games Maguire's had.
That's true.
Martial's had a good season. Yeah. He's not had a great season. He's had a good season. He's had 2 good seasons.
You're saying 2 and 6.
Maguire has not had a good season at United.
Listen, Ernest. When you signed him, I said no.
No. But that's what I'm saying. No, but that's what I'm saying. I can't put. There's tiers to being crap in it. You see what I'm saying? There's levels, and I think Martial's issues that we're all disappointed because he came on smoke. You see what I'm saying? He came on some, like, he bullied Liverpool in his first game, and in his second season he banged. So I can't put him with. I think it's unfair to put him with the rest of them. He's like Bruno and them.
But anyway, like you said, you sold your stocks on him, but you would happily take them back. I think it's one of them ones where because my stocks are sold, that's it. Like we ain't buying you back. You know the ones. But first of all, did David answer the question?
David said,
I said Bukayo Saka, blood.
Saka needs to turn up.
No. As best player,
he said Saka's Arsenal's best player. He said
Jesus. He said Jesus needs to rise.
Step up. He needs to rise, blood.
Yeah. So Peter, who are you going for? Who needs to rise in that Arsenal squad?
I think, like, because what you said about the question, the definition, it's not about the bums that you don't really care for anymore. It's more so you look at somebody, you think, okay, let's go another gear, let's go another level. And if I'm honest, I think for me personally, I think Martin Odegaard is the one, because I think he is good. I think he's talented. I think he does things here and there, but he's now been announced as the captain. He's now the man for Mr. Arsenal, if you will, right? I want to see him take the team by the scruff of the neck. I want him to be the leader of this football club. He's capable of it. Do you know what I'm saying? But I feel like we get it. Like, we said this last year. I remember saying this last year. He looks like a 10-year-old boy playing on a men's pitch. I don't want to see that this year. I don't want to see that this year. So for me, Martin Odegaard, not because he's been poor, but because I think there are so many gears we've got there with him, where I just feel like he could grab this football club and put it on his back. There was another player I had, but he shall not be named, so I can't mention him.
Yeah, fair enough, man. Let's not go into that. Okay, the only person left is myself, and I think you guys will all understand when I say who my player is.
What was David's one? Just out of curiosity.
David said Jesus, Gabriel Jesus. That's how we got into the convo. Yeah, so mine is obviously somebody who I think, if Chelsea are going to rely on this player, regardless, whether we like him or not, we're going to rely on him. He's going to play a lot of games this season. It's got to be Kai Havertz, man. I need to see more from the guy. I need to see more goals. I need to see more of him having an impact in games. Like, I feel like sometimes he just goes missing for large stretches of the season where he's playing and you're like, fresh air was up top. Like, nothing was there. Nothing was there. So he needs to be way more involved in link up and build up. And, we know he can do that. We know he's talented. We know he can look silky and all this and that. They call him the silky German. But sometimes you need substance.
I know I've got talent.
100%. 100%, man. 100%. Like, Kai Havertz is one that patience is drawing thin amongst the Chelsea fans for this guy. And for me as well. So, yeah, I don't think much.
I told you, man, about this I told you, man, about this Kai Havertz
Yeah, you're the champs, isn't it? You're the champs. You know what I mean? Okay, last couple. Team to watch out for this season. I guess that's an unexpected team that you think might do bits. Peter, you got one?
Arsenal. I think it's one of those ones where when I look at really the scope of it all, everybody, I don't expect anybody out of the pack this season to be like, oh, hello, you know what I'm saying? Welcome to the game. I'm not looking at any of them really. Because I don't think, when you look, I'll let you guys talk about your teams, but I just feel like there's nobody there that's going to impress me. There's nobody I'm looking at where I'm like, do you know what? I'm going to keep my eye on them. Nobody's really done that for me in this summer. And even the progression of that club. Yeah, I'd say Arsenal. Can I cheat and have a second one? It will be Palace.
No, you can't cheat. You can't cheat. I understand why you've said Arsenal's the team to watch when you haven't even put them in your top four. Like, what are we watching them for? To finish fifth again?
What do you mean, bro? It's just about how you finish. It's not about where you finish the league. If we're playing,
that's a valid question, PR. You finished fifth last season. You're telling us let's watch Arsenal. What are we watching for?
I think we will look like a much better team than what we were last year. We'll look like a much
to what end?
Just to finish fifth again.
Listen, even if it is fifth, guys, if we finish fifth, we've met our target. We're not.
What? No chance.
They have.
We're not the top four team in the league.
Nope.
We've not got the fourth best squad.
Peter, how can you finish fifth and your target the next season is fifth?
Because
£100 million more the next.
Do you know why? Can I answer that question for you? Look at the squad.
It's a good squad. Oh,
it's good. Yeah. If you finish 5, guess what? You're fifth place out of 92 teams.
Because finishing.
Peter, no.
Because guys, guess what? Yeah, guess what? Finishing fourth means you have to be better than the 15. That's what that means.
Honest, I'm not having it. They should have got fourth last season. Yeah. They've now got another centre back in. They've got another midfielder in. They had a striker come in. They signed a striker, Ernest.
50 million quid.
Hey, guys.
Or 45 million.
Why do we expect Jesus to be the savior.
No, honest.
of this Arsenal team.
I didn't put Arsenal in my top 4, so I don't think they're going to get there. What Peter said is our target. How can your target be 5th?
It should be 5th and above.
Come on.
The thing is,
Come on. How?
Oscar, should Arsenal's expectation be higher than 5th?
Expectation and target are 2 different things. What are you targeting?
And I'd argue both for the same answer as well.
Hang on, it's the same thing.
No.
If your expectation is 5th place, how is that the same thing as your target?
How you want to be better than what you're expected to do. Like
okay, so you're expecting us to overachieve. Now,
Arsenal, Mikel Arteta is talking to the players at the beginning of the season, and he's saying, "What do we want to achieve?" Are you telling me he wants to achieve being 5th?
Oscar, check this.
Is that a pat on the back when you finish 5th? No.
Let me ask you this question now. I'll ask the panel now, right? Remember what my top 4 prediction was? Yeah, it was City, Liverpool, Chelsea, United. If Arsenal finish 5th and finish ahead of Spurs, is it a good season? I think it is.
You're there, Peter. You're there to get in the Champions League.
Arteta can get sacked for not finishing 4th, in my opinion.
A question.
He's not good enough.
What is Chelsea's target this year?
To challenge for the league.
How?
To challenge for the league.
You finished 3rd. You finished 3rd. You're there to challenge for the league. What do you think Thomas Tuchel was saying?
Look at your squad. Look at your team.
We're not good enough. I know that, but that's our target.
No. But do you think you have a squad good enough to challenge for the league?
No, we need additions. We need additions for sure.
So say you add those additions.
Yeah.
Do you think that will still make you good enough to challenge for the league?
We should.
How? It depends. You can't just have additions and think that just because you have the additions, you challenge for the league.
Because I think we performed lower than our level last season. We lost a lot of stupid games that we shouldn't have lost, even with the level of our squad.
But even if you won those games, you're still finishing 3rd.
But closer to Liverpool and City.
And that's the point with Arsenal.
Yeah.
The point of Arsenal is that them finishing 5th still means that you can finish 5th and still closer.
Arsenal were like 3 points off 4th place.
Okay, cool.
How far were you off, Peter?
But now the question is this. But now the question is this: are they better than Tottenham this year?
To be seen.
No, Oscar. Let's. If we're making predictions about who's going to win the league now, we can also talk about whether teams are better now or worse now.
But honest.
Answer the question.
No.
Is Tottenham better than
I think it's irrelevant. I think it's irrelevant.
It's not irrelevant.
Can I tell you what? Can I tell you why I think it's irrelevant? I'll say this because I think the top 4, City should be in the top 4. That should be their target. Yeah. As in beyond, obviously, but their target should be to be within the top 4. Liverpool's target should be within the top 4. So should Chelsea's. So should United's. So should Arsenal's. So should Spurs. Those are 6 clubs I've named you. That you can't have 6 people in the top 4, but every one of those clubs should be targeting the top 4. None of those clubs should be saying we're going to finish 5th this year.
But at the end of the season, there will be clear evidences as to whose team is better than whose.
Obviously.
And so my point is, as of today, is Arsenal better than Spurs?
No.
So it's justified for someone to say it's very likely that Arsenal will not finish in the top 4. It's justified.
It's likely.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, fair. Yeah,
that's not your target, though.
And if it's valid, then the huge argument that the expectation could be 5th. There are other avenues for Arsenal to finish in the Champions League.
Okay. Fine. So you're saying Europa League.
If Arsenal finish 5th, 2 points behind Spurs and win the Europa League, is that not improvement?
Yes.
Exactly. You can finish 5th and still improve.
But their target should be to finish in the top 4. If we're talking about league position,
their target should be to finish in Europe. That's what
Champions League, not Europe. Champions League. The target is the Champions League, guys.
Okay, that's your target for Arsenal.
Ernest, you know what's funny? Because that's actually my hope for Arsenal still. Because I don't think they're finishing in the top 4, but I want to see them in Europe.
And Adrian, why is that?
Because I think that there are 4 teams better than them. But
Ernest, if Norwich get promoted to the Premier League and they're the worst team in the league, their target is still to stay in the league, even though they might not be good enough. That's still their target. I'm saying Arsenal's target should be top 4.
Their target is obviously top 4. But just because you have a target, doesn't mean your team is good enough to reach that target.
Of course, but he said target. That's what I was talking about. I wasn't talking about expectation.
But bruv, the reason why Peter didn't say they will hit their target.
Yeah, he said the target's 5th and they'll hit 5th. That's what he said.
I disagree with that because look at the amount of money Arsenal have pumped into Arteta's cover.
But Adrian, we've seen in the last 10 years, money means nothing.
No, but it means a lot.
But
the teams that spend the most are the best.
Fulham spent 100 million and went back down.
No, I hear that. I hear that. But I think that's just.
I think we're confusing target and expectation here.
So
Arsenal should be aiming for top 4 at this point.
It's quite simple.
But there's a reason why we won't make it, though.
Yeah.
There's 2 reasons.
Agree.
There's 2 reasons.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
But last season, Liverpool's target was to win the league. They didn't make it.
Yeah.
It's still their target.
It was realistic for them to win the league.
It's realistic for you to aim for top 4.
Peter, look at it like this. Look at it like this. Arsenal. Bro, Arsenal, how many points did you miss out on top 4 by last season? Like 2, right?
2
So,
points.
and then you bring William Saliba, you bring off Zinchenko, you bring a £45 million striker in Gabriel Jesus, and then you say, well, okay, surely with those 3 players I've mentioned, it's going to be enough to overcome that 2-point deficit, no? Like for me, it's bizarre for Arsenal to sit here and say that they're not targeting finishing in the top 4, or in Ernest's case, at least Champions League football. Period. I think Champions League football is the aim. However you get this, however you get there. However you get this, however you get there.
If your argument is that my thing is he has to win the Europa League.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, fine. He has to be in the Champions League. Yeah, he has to be in the Champions League.
I mean, look,
I agree with that.
You know, via the league, I'm sorry, it's difficult. It's very, very difficult, even for Arsenal to do it. Because even when teams like United and Spurs were mucking around last year, we still finished 5th. Do you know what I'm saying? And you know, it's one of them ones where, look, we will. When I say watch out for this team, because I think they're going to play very good. They're going to play very good football. I think we'll play very, very well. I think we'll impress a lot of teams. I don't think we'll get handed our butts to like we always do away at top 6 grounds, for example. I think we'll be much better. That's why I said I'll watch out for them.
Okay. Let's move on quickly. David, teams to watch out for this season.
Newcastle.
Oh,
Yeah,
crap.
Nice shout. Adrian, who you got?
Southampton. Reason why they spent a lot. They've brought in a lot of youngsters as well. So yeah, watch us see what they can do. Like, are they actually going to be like a young, exciting team like Palace were last season? That because Southampton have been dead and ugly for like 4 or 5 years now. Like it's genuinely they've been an eyesore to the league, but now they seem to going back to the old ways, the old recruitment. You know, they're going young again. And most of the players they've signed, I don't actually know them, but they come highly recommended as well. So that's definitely a team to watch and see can they actually play exciting football again and aim for like a top 12 finish, maybe. Yeah, aim for like a top 12 finish as well.
Okay, that's decent. Ernest, who you got?
Selhurst Black Boys, the young youths, man. I'm looking at Vieira this year. Like, you might be cooking this year, man. Like, I really like the attacking talent at Palace. I really wanted to check the Kure at United. So I'm really interested to see how much they do this year. So looking forward to Palace, man.
Robinho.
Them boys from South London, man. I agree. Crystal Palace is the one to see. Yeah, they're just doing the exciting things. Like in preseason, haven't been following them, but I see them clips that have been popping up. And like, yeah, they're cooking. Just a team to watch. I think they're going to be lots of people's teams to watch just to see what Vieira can do.
Sorry to cut you, Robin. Have you seen Palace's first 4 games?
What do you got?
What is it?
Look, they kick off with Arsenal. I know they've got Liverpool.
They got Liverpool.
They might have City as well.
They got Villa and City.
Yeah. Good grief.
Oh, dear. Man, let's watch out for Palace by September. They're the bottom of the league.
They did Frank de Boer part 2.
You know them, man.
Bro, and they got Brentford. They got Brentford and Newcastle. Then United.
Oh, by the way, speaking of Brentford,
Oh yeah. For me, the team to watch is Leeds United. Man, they got Jesse Marsch. I'm very excited to see what he does now that he's got full reign. Like, obviously, he had to get rid of Rafinha and Calvin Phillips, but it's a new team, new stuff.
You're on Budge, aren't you?
Well, you don't rate Jesse Marsch?
now Peter,
Hell no. But secondly, he's lost Rafinha and
he's lost
Calvin.
his two best players.
What PR?
Harrison
Watch.
is on the way out as well. Okay.
Watch.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Okay. See. Okay.
I'm
Okay.
surprised. I'm surprised he wasn't in the the sack race. I'm surprised nobody mentioned him. Very surprised.
Pierre, let me tell you something about this. Let me tell you about the stack race,
Oh.
about the teams that are winning the league, about the teams that are making top 4, about the teams that get to Europe. Yeah, the manager is 75%. Yeah, the players are 25. Yeah, people get so hung up on the players. Yeah, I've learnt that you can have a world-class squad. Yeah, Galacticos, they ain't winning nothing if the manager ain't ready. Yeah, and a good manager can take bums to places that they don't deserve to be. So.
Jesse Marsch last
I
season
believe in what Jesse
survived.
Marsch is doing.
Jesse Marsch survived by miracle work.
Look what he inherited.
No, but Peter, he survived.
His team
Look what he inherited.
his team was better last year. That's the thing.
His team was better, but his team was better on paper in terms of players and quality.
And it should have gone down. That's the funny thing.
But his team was better for the players for what they did and how Bielsa used them to get the best out of their talents. And then the players moved on, the ones that were top tier. He's now bringing in his players, and he's signed a lot of his players. He brought in Tyler Adams. I'm not sure who else they signed, but I know they've been busy.
Aronson, some American kid as well.
He's been signing Americans, Bundesliga player. He's been signing the kids he knows. Yeah, he knows. So I want to see his philosophy. I want to see what going.
What's Leeds' first 5? I'm gonna pay close attention to this Leeds team.
Let's do first 38, not first 5. Yeah, let's do first 38.
Oh.
You know what I mean, it might get stick.
No, but Oscar, do you know it is? Because I actually had Leeds in mind as well, but I just think to lose your 2 best players, especially Calvin Phillips, it's a lot, man. It's a lot.
I can't lie. Their first 5 games will tell me a lot about them this season.
Wait, man.
Wolves at home, Southampton away, Chelsea at home, Brighton away, Everton at home, and Brentford away. And then even Forest at home. Like, by the time they play Man United, I will know what this Leeds team is about.
No, you won't. You won't.
I will.
You might. It won't be in results. It will be in style of play. It will be in philosophy. It will be in desire. It will be intent. That's what it will be. Trust me, man. The league is a long league, bro. Don't be fooled in October thinking you know what's going on. You don't know.
I love play. Is it 2014? Like what is going on?
No, it's 2022. Come on, man. Like, I'm mad. We have a few more questions, but I'm thinking we should just save them for next week because we've been going on for 3 hours. It's been a long podcast.
What are the questions?
Just like bottom 3, who you think is going down, teams that you're concerned for this season, but that's kind of the same thing. I think we can do those next week.
Next season.
Yeah, you know, I'm tired, bro. We've been on 3 hours, man. We'll be live.
All right, let's get on to them predictions.
You know Hugh Wizzy, I'll say that. You know Hugh Wizzy, I'll say
predictions. I'm definitely not Hugh Wizzy.
Hey, Hugh Wizzy goes on for hours. He goes on for like 7 hours.
Yeah, I'm saying, I can't. That's his full-time job, bro. That's his full-time job. So
that's a shift.
All right, I'll do predictions for our teams and then we'll go through it. Crystal Palace kick. Huh? Premier League starts in 5 days.
Yeah, Friday. The Premier's back.
Crystal Palace are hosting Arsenal Football Club. Another away day on a Friday in the start of the season for Arsenal. What is going to happen, Peter?
3-0 Arsenal.
David.
Bang.
L.
Meltdown.
A meltdown for Arsenal.
Huh? oh, ye of little faith.
I already told you this. This one's saying
wearing black, David. Wearing black.
We're losing. All or nothing comes out on Thursday. We're losing on Friday, but thank you very much. I've said it.
I'll be honest. You see with this Arsenal thing, yeah. Like we talk about Spurs, but with Arsenal is you see it, you believe it when you see it, man. Like, there's a lot of Arsenal chat, and it's like we can all be excited. But the truth is, Arsenal have given David many a reason to not be excited,
and they continue to do so.
Bro, like Adrian was all doing cheerleader for Arsenal last season. They didn't finish in the top 4. That's the truth. They did not finish in the top 4.
No,
So,
but to be fair, I said they wouldn't because he gutted that squad in January, and it was foolish of him to do so.
But regardless, the same reason you had hope last year is the same reason you have hope this year.
I mean, to be fair, I still didn't have them in my top 4 either. Because you're right. Because Arsenal will Arsenal.
Arsenal will Arsenal. They will.
Guys, I just want to say this: when we wear black, bro, watch. That's what I'm saying.
Predictions,
Hey,
guys.
what is that?
I need answers. Adrian, what are you saying? Win, lose, draw. Adrian, come on.
I think it's going to be perfect mirror from last season. I think they're going to beat Palace 3-0.
Okay. Ernest, what are you saying? Are they winning?
I did, to be fair.
I'm not gonna lie. The only reason I think Palace will win is because they have like 4 dribblers up top. Yeah,
We got Salib blood. What? We got the Salib blood. What?
No, but I'm not gonna lie.
Young Van Dijk.
Big Will
He
Salib.
impressed me in some of the highlights I watched. He impressed me still. But
He's a-
Eze, Zaha, is it Elise? Like, they've got a couple, man. I'm not gonna lie. They have the strength of the Black Panther. Like, so,
What? Ernest, you're not a believer in the Salib blood. What? The Big Willie Salib blood. What? Nah, you guys
Brother, what you doing?
Robin.
What are you doing?
Not that guy him now. What the hell?
Robin, predictions.
Aye, Arsenal taking an L still. I think Vieira's men are going to do their thing.
What is this? What is going on there?
That's fair. I think
Palace. It's freaking Palace, man.
I think Arsenal.
did Palace not beat you last year?
Ernest. It's a new season. It's a new day. Fresh anointing.
It's a new dawn.
We're wearing black. Arsenal don't wear black often.
Like,
We're wearing black.
but I still feel like it's the beginning of the Lion King film. Man said, "Well, Benny and that man there, bro."
Bro,
It's
right now it's Genesis.
a new,
It's the beginning.
it's a new dawn.
Listen, Peter, Jesus, straight opening tap, bang, bang,
It's Xhaka over the top. Control, chest.
bang. That's the reason Arsenal lost that game, by the way. There are no
Put
killers.
the phone down.
No
Put the
killers.
phone down.
What? Guys, I'll be on the stream weekly like this.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, so my prediction is that I think Arsenal will actually win this game. I think it'll be a tight one, but Arsenal might nick it 2-1. So I'm going for Arsenal. The 12:30 kickoff on Saturday, the 6th of August. Ladies and gentlemen, the Fantasy League is open. You can join our league in the bottom in the description. Just click that link. It'll take you right to our league and you can join it. And I advise you captain Mohamed Salah because Craven Cottage is hosting Liverpool Football Club.
Oh.
And I think Liverpool will win that one, guys.
All right, welcome back, Fulham. Let's go.
You had in the Premier League, but
Put Darwin in just for the sake of it, just for the banter.
you had in the Premier League.
PR prediction.
Yeah, so what slaughter? You know, like there's just blood everywhere.
David.
What?
David, you want us to move quick.
I
You're
said
moving slow. What's going on?
Liverpool. You see, this is your fault, bruv. You see,
You're muted. What do you want me to do?
Bruv,
Adrian.
I'm shattered, blood.
Adrian, what are you saying?
3-0 Liverpool.
Ernest.
Slaughterhouse. They're going to open.
We already know what's coming next. Robin.
Aye, it's an F5 for Fulham.
Bro.
I thought you were going to say Fulham win. I thought you were going to be that guy.
We're gonna hear more Liverpool songs at Craven Cottage than from Fulham. I'll tell you that now.
Do Fulham even have songs?
I don't know.
They have the prawn sandwiches. That's what they've got. Full house, Liverpool win.
Steve Marley.
Uh,
Bloody
Oscar, talk about the worst fixture of the weekend at 5:30. Talk about the worst fixture.
Why is that the worst fixture?
Because of the two preseasons. These two.
Oh, the caliber of football will be the worst by far, but it's a game with a lot of story and history and you know what I mean. A good game.
True.
There's a bunch of games at 3:00 that we're not going to talk about, but I still think it's a farce that the Premier League don't show all the games on TV. I think it's a disgrace. I think we're behind every other sporting league in the world. What kind of stupid show are we running here where the games are not televised for the Premier League? It's ridiculous. Chelsea versus Everton at 5:30. Sorry, Everton versus Chelsea, Goodison Park. I'm going to go for a Chelsea win. Peter, where
Chelsea
you
win now easily.
Robin saying Chelsea win.
I don't want to be that guy. Opening day at Goodison Park, the crowd to get on top of. Anyway, what I'm gonna say: Ben Godfrey left back, Mason Holgate right back. Score if you can.
He said score if you can.
If Chelsea don't win, then there's questions. There's questions on Tommy Tuchel.
All jokes aside, there's about 15 ways I'd rather start a season than Everton away. I'm being genuinely serious.
Are you joking? We had a year where we started Everton away, we won 6-0. With Nielsen pinging it from the edge of the area.
Maybe I'm giving them too much credit. To be fair,
You're giving them far too much credit, bro.
Look at these guys in the comments. Assad, yeah, he's saying our record at Goodison is a disgrace. I'm going 1-11. SW6 is saying Everton win. How are you lot saying this? I need you lot to come here and explain yourselves.
You see. Did you see Everton's pre-season, guys? I thought nah, you lot didn't see it.
Peter, there's a comment from Boss Lakendo. He says, guys, is it just me or are people taking pre-season more seriously? They're overhyping and reacting. It's been mad.
It's true.
No,
I do kind of concur. Like all the pre-seasons that we've watched, this one that feels like people are watching their teams more than ever.
People are bored.
Oscar, in a preseason game, Everton went to America and conceded 4 and scored none. I'm sorry, I ain't overreacting. They lost 4-0 to Minnesota United. I never heard of the club until they got beat.
Yeah, who plays for Minnesota United?
Ask the question again. No one knows here. Does Bracker know? No one knows here.
No one knows.
To Tendo's point, yeah, rival fans have become increasingly weird because people are watching rival fans pre-season to make fail comps of their players.
Now, Adrian, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah? There's so many people that I didn't know watch Man United in pre-season. I was like, "Raw, you watched the game," and I'm like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. This year, I think at the end of the Champions League final, I became a hater in it. So, I know for a fact many of us were birthed when we saw Liverpool not win the Champions League. Mm-hmm. So what you're seeing is like pure, unfiltered, distilled hateration. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So agendas have kicked off from May.
Ernest, on that note, if Liverpool win the league, I want us to do a friggin' Montreal screw job. I want us to cheat every step of the way. I want poor refereeing decisions. I want VAR atrocities. I want handballs not getting called. Because when City screwed Arsenal, when City screwed Everton, when City screwed Wolves, I can't say we can't mention that. So I want Liverpool to screw this league, to bend this league over and screw it.
But Montreal
screw job.
But
I'm telling you,
when Salah was diving, when Salah was wearing speedos and diving, no one said anything.
That's fine.
No Liverpool fan was talking. So my thing is, Liverpool fans need to stop pretending that the league became corrupt last year.
No. That Arsenal game was bad. That Everton game, they wrote Lampard a flipping apology.
They apologized.
That's the bed bit. The bed bit was the apology. That's what I thought was the bed.
No, but guys, the league has been bent. Do you remember when Cardiff went down?
No.
And one of the games, the catalyst was the Chelsea game.
Chelsea. That's when I said we need VAR.
Chelsea.
It's the Warnock.
You walked over
the striker died 6 months before. For goodness sake.
And stared at them for a good 10 minutes. You see what I'm saying?
Chelsea tackle was a mile offside.
He was a mile offside.
You know, like
he was social distancing offside.
They beat United at Old Trafford on the final day of the season. They would have stayed up, guys.
This is it. So for me,
you know what,
let's stop pretending like the league is not bent. The league is bent. So that's fine.
Well, Ernest, if the league is bent, I pray Liverpool snap it in half.
Listen, I don't complain. Like I always say, I don't hate the players.
Yep.
I don't
you
even
never
hate the
players.
game. The game is the game, guys.
You got to charge it. You got to
The
charge
game
it.
is
You got to charge it to the
No,
game.
that Champions League final, everyone came out. I was fuming. But so you know what? I didn't go on my phone for like. I remember I got stuck in. I think there was traffic in the. I think it was the London Marathon or something. The Blackpool tunnel weren't moving. I didn't look at my phone.
Lie. The tumbleweeds on social media from Liverpool fans
from Liverpool.
They disappeared, you know. Bro, a good 4 weeks I didn't see no Liverpool fans on the timeline.
Oscar, do you know how bad it was? You know, I think you know the offside goal, yeah? I think I changed my name to Fabinho's knee. And that was my name for like 2 weeks. Because that's how out of the Twitter loop I was. I was
my WhatsApp flipping status for 2 days was the youth that was crying at Anfield. That day brought me so much joy.
Hey, Ernest is funny. Hey, Ernest, what you see Tom Cleverley, what team did he join? And that was your DP for like a year. Was it Watford? Like Tom Cleverley went to a club, yeah, and then that was literally your DP.
What is Tom Cleverley doing at your
No, I think it was Everton. Was it Everton? I don't know.
Might have been
I don't
Everton.
know.
You man give me joke. Bro, where even were we? It was a Liverpool prediction. Oh no, Chelsea predictions.
Yeah, so to answer what's that Ender's point, people are predicting Everton to beat Chelsea.
Yeah,
That was
they
ridiculous.
need to answer it for them. Correct? Like SW6 tries to say Chelsea are not serious. They're doing tendencies. They're on island. I don't care what your circumstance is. I don't care what your credit score is. There's no excuse for losing to Frank Lampard Everton. There's none at all. I'm sorry. There's none.
Bruh.
You go there and you win. Like, if you think that, then I need to know your thoughts on either this manager or these players. Because come on, man, Everton,
Ross.
Everton.
No Richarlison Everton.
Yeah, Ernest, you got
That's a very good point, actually.
They're trying to sign Michy Batshuayi.
Everton suck.
That's who they're trying to sign.
I want to know how he's still a Chelsea player, Oscar. That's
Pete, I've been trying to have this discussion all night. The legacy of Marina Ganovskaya. We need to have a discussion. We need to have a discussion.
Yeah, transfer review.
There's going to be a top 4 extra time where we're going to discuss the fact that Danny Drinkwater, Bakayoko, flipping Michy Batshuayi,
Emerson.
Chelsea at some point. Emerson, Kennedy, were Chelsea players.
Kennedy's still there.
We're going to discuss the legacy of Marina Ganovskaya because at some point in time, they pulled the wool over my eyes and made it look like she only signed Dons, yeah? Some of the duds.
Where was he?
Rathman.
Baba Rahman.
Baba, why you being a pagan? I haven't seen him since 2015. Don't know where he is. Well, wasn't he like 5'5" and a left back?
No, I don't think you guys understand. I had an argument with my boy Diallo, yeah. Everyone on the panel here, apart from I think David. I tried to tell him Chelsea should have given Tammy Abraham a chance. Not because Tammy Abraham's good, but look at the replacements for Tammy Abraham in the last 2 years.
Could have done with him.
50 million or a 6-goal return. Guys, we need to discuss. 50 million for a 6-goal return in his first season. 97 million pounds for Romelu Lukaku, only for him to be given back on loan. There is going to be a podcast when the dust is settled, when Todd Bowley has settled his team, and we're going to discuss Marina Ganovskaya. That's what we're going to do.
No.
Oscar, I've got a question for you.
My eyes are not closing because I'm tired. My eyes are closing because I'm furious at what I'm listening to.
Oscar,
Like, I'm literally furious.
I've got a question for you.
What?
What squad number is Michy Batshuayi?
Oh, I don't think he was given a squad number this year.
That's right, because the Premier League doesn't know either.
He's not been given a squad number. He's been on loan the past 2 seasons. Lampard had him and sent him out on loan. Now he's trying to buy him at Everton. Are you skunked?
Hey, Lampard is on budge, blood. He bought Dele Alli, and now he's on budge, bro. He's on frigging budge, bro.
That's an absolute joke. Baraka said Mourinho makes good business decisions, unquote, but awful football decisions.
Best for business.
Mourinho is a bum. I'll never forget how she let my boy Rudy go.
Mhm,
Yeah, man. Rudiger was a howler, but we upgraded still.
You on Koulibaly.
We upgraded still. To be fair, Mitchie's goal to game ratio ain't too shabby. Hey, Endo, I've been down this route, man. It's a dark place. Don't go there, man. I've been there, man. I was looking at them Dortmund numbers and then Palace numbers.
Yeah,
Don't do it.
They were tight still. Not so much at Valencia, but
Big argument.
Oscar had a bet.
Yeah, man. What's the bet? Oh yeah, I said he scored 10 at Palace, and he never played. He couldn't get a game at Palace, and Lampard signed him for Everton. Oh my goodness!
You not know Palace centre forwards.
Palace have not had a centre forward since Adam Johnson. They haven't had a centre forward. Guys, it's an absolute joke.
I swear he was bold at like 21.
Oh wait, I said it's Andy Johnson, isn't it?
It was Andy.
I said Adam. I definitely said the wrong one. One of them said 10. That's crazy. Yes. Okay. So the next prediction: Manchester United host Brighton Hove Albion, 2 p.m. Old Trafford.
Sunday.
What are we saying? Yeah, sorry, Sunday. What are we saying? Peter? Where are we going? Where are the points going?
Yeah, 2-0 Manchester United.
Manchester United.
Audi.
Manchester United, mate.
Well, no love for the Grand Pot. Fair enough. Adrian.
It's gonna be United come for 2-0.
Man, like C1. Yeah, 2-0, bro. 2-0. Ernest, what are you saying?
Yeah, 2-0. 2-0. I think that was the result at Old Trafford last season. I think we beat them 2-0.
Robin?
Yeah, man. I full house. I think 2-0. I think it'll be like quite comfy. It was for Eric Ten Hag's first day. Yeah.
Full house. So I didn't make my prediction. I didn't tell you what I'm giving you. No, it's a full house. It's a full house.
Is Robin in Kenya, blood? That was come delay, fam. That was coming from Baghdad.
Yeah, my
I said Baghdad.
No, my internet's moving mad the whole night. So yeah.
This guy he's directing us live from Tripoli.
Okay, and lastly, the Erling Haaland debut, 4:30 at the London Stadium. West Ham United host Manchester City.
Ooh.
Peter, where are the points going?
It's going to City.
Wait, wasn't that the first game last season as well?
No.
Spurs.
Spurs beat him as well.
They nearly. West Ham was another one where they nearly threw away the league.
And it was when Jack Grealish come off the bench and just turned it on.
I think it was 2-2 in the end, didn't it?
Yeah, Jack Grealish won them the league, low key. David, what are you saying?
City.
City. This game came too early, and I'd rather in April still.
You want it back end when it starts.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It was the first game in 1920.
It's nice to Macca, you know what I'm saying? It could be saucy, yeah.
Right, it's time for Ernest and Robinho to give their predictions. They've both gone off camera, so I will give mine. I think City win. I think Erling Haaland announces himself on the Premier League stage in London, and he looks at the crowd and Dolph Ziggler on steroids, as Mariah puts it. Why? I don't understand why everybody came with this Dolph Ziggler joke. During the Community Shield, I saw bare Dolph Ziggler on my timeline. I'm thinking, right, does he look like Dolph? I've never made that comparison.
Well, he
kind of does.
No, he's giving more of a Malfoy vibe to me.
Malfoy.
He's giving, I'm not really getting the Dolph Ziggler, but I hear that, man. I hear that.
I am perfection.
Hey, and Endo said it straight up. He said this pod is going to 11:30. I thought he was lying when he said it. He's right.
No, but by the way, Peter hadn't even arrived at that point.
Yeah. Man said chest day Malfoy. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Any more, guys?
Oh, it's been a long day, but we're back.
Who's the player of the week?
Oh, come on, Peter. It's got to be Georgia Stanway.
Stanway?
Yeah, she's the goal of the week, isn't it?
I'll take Beth Meadow.
Oh no! Goal of the week was Tune. Oh. goal
Oh,
sublime.
was it Tune? Was it Tune? Is that
First
the
of
one
all,
that's
first of
the
all,
loss?
first of
I
all,
thought it was Stanway. My bad.
okay. First of all, Tune, yeah, Tune. What the heck's going on here?
Tune. And a
I
tune.
call that Stanway. That's a mad thing. Yeah, carry on.
No, I was joking. I was bantering. Like you men started giving real answers.
Wait, no. Oscar, it's time to wrap up. It's time to go.
Any football betting tips for the weekend? Yeah, stick your money on City to win the league. How about that?
Whole City to get promoted.
Put your money on Spurs not making the top 4.
Jesse Marsh Conference League. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much
Haaland Golden Boot.
Thank you so much for joining us for this brand new season of Top 4 Podcast. We will be here every single Monday, 8 p.m. live. Come join us. We will also be having content coming to you throughout the week. So we're going to be posting other clips of stuff that we're talking about. So just particular topics going on. We're going to have Peter. We're doing the what's your thing that you do? The financial thing this year. We're getting that this year.
We'll dabble.
And I'm a Peter. I need you to cover car properly. I'd pay goods. I'd pay euros to see that.
I think we will get cancelled if I really let go and let you know what Calciopoli is about. I think we'll be off.
If you could describe that scandal in one word, beginning with F, what would you call it?
2 F's, a friggin' farce. That's what I'd call it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Top 4 Podcast. Thank you for joining us. Like the video, subscribe, share it with your friends. We'll be back next week, but stay tuned because there's more content coming on the channel throughout the week. In a bit, people.
Right, later,
Peace.
bud.